Chapter 920. She had already sung the ancient style song that she wanted to sing the most. She was very satisfied and satisfied. Nocturne and Sunny Day were both love songs. I want to sing a duet with you. Is that okay? An Xian looked at Lin Xian expectantly. Her little face was a little red. She felt that working with Lin Xian was really fun and relaxing. She really wanted to experience the feeling of wearing headphones with Lin Xian and singing in front of a recorder. This, an Xian then said, super many comments want you to sing with them. That was indeed true. There were too many comments below the 3 songs that wanted to hear a duet between a man and a woman. But I don't sing well. An Xian shook her little head. Of course not. Although it's not top-notch singing, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Also, there's no need to write a difficult song. Alright then. Lin Xian nodded. I'll go back and write a few. Don't worry. I've already posted 3 songs today. It's super fast. Take your time. Alright, I'll transfer the money to you when I get back. An Xian said. Lin Xian nodded. It was 11:30 p.m. Then, the 2 of them walked out together. Lin Xian sent an Xian back to the hotel while he was at it. It was already late at night. An Xian only needed to wear a hat or a mask at most. She wouldn't be recognized. As for Lin Xian, he wouldn't be recognized either. Photos or videos weren't clear. Only people who knew Lin Xian could recognize Lin Xian. They chatted for a long time. It wasn't a waste of time. Their relationship with an Xian improved a lot. When it was 12 o'clock p.m., an Xian couldn't wait to take out her phone and play music. Wow! An Xian couldn't help but exclaim. What's wrong? The top 3 are all taken. An Xian said in disbelief. The popularity of these 3 songs is so high. Although the number of views and comments was already extremely high, and she felt that the results would definitely not be bad, she did not expect that it would rush to the top 3 in such a short period of time and sweep the top 3. Normally, she felt that it wouldn't be a big problem to reach the top 3. But this time, with Wu Hongfeng's 2 songs, she felt that it would be difficult to reach the top in less than a day. But she didn't expect them all to reach the top. The number 1 on the new song chart was Nocturne, number 2 was a record-breaking Nun Friend of Mine, number 3 was Sunny Day, and number 4 and 5 were Wu Hongfeng's 2 songs. Then why aren't you giving me a kiss? Lin Xian laughed. Go 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 go. An Xian's face blushed and she even skipped a little when she walked. Lin Xian sent an Xian back to the hotel. Just as they turned a corner, she quickly shrank back. What's wrong? Lin Xian took a look and realized that the entrance of the hotel was surrounded by, damn, a sea of people. It's midnight and there are 5,000 or 6,000 of you who aren't sleeping and are crowding around the hotel. Obviously, these were an Xian's fans. The news of an Xian staying in this hotel had spread. Oh no, I can't go back. What should I do? An Xian scratched her hair. Just bite the bullet and go. What's there to be afraid of? You don't know. Some fans are crazy. If the hotel I'm staying in is exposed, there might be people knocking on the door in the middle of the night. It's so scary. Also, when I go out tomorrow, it'll be too crowded outside, an Xian said helplessly. Tell me, why did you become a celebrity for no reason? This was why Lin Xian didn't like to show his face in public. It was too troublesome. It's so troublesome. You're usually very popular, but you don't have the right to go out and have fun. Lin Xian shook his head and said, Indeed, but this is the path I chose. It's because I liked Sister Chiyue too much that I fantasized about being a celebrity. But I don't think it's a big deal. If I really like another life, I'll quit the entertainment industry. An Xian was very open-minded. Then what are you going to do now? Go to another hotel? Yes. An Xian nodded. Actually, if I change hotels, I'll probably be found by these omnipotent netizens. Then why don't you go to my house? I'll give you half of the bed. An Xian, damn hooligan. Let's go to my house. I have a guest room in my house. You can stay there. I'll talk to Little Meow tomorrow. She likes you very much. Also, she usually stays in the Bounty Hunter Guild building. That's not a place where fans can gather. During your time in Lin and City, you can stay with her and play with her. Lin Xian said. Can I? Lin Xian nodded. Of course. Okay, then I'll have to trouble you tonight. To be honest, how could an ordinary and Xian feel at ease going to his house with a man? But Lin Xian was different. Last time in the demonic beast domain, if he really had any evil intentions, she would have been in danger. Therefore, although Lin Xian looked like a flirtatious person, in an Xian's eyes, he was a gentleman. Therefore, an Xian felt at ease going back with Lin Xian. Uncle and Auntie won't misunderstand, right? An Xian followed beside Lin Xian and asked. I don't have parents. Lin Xian said indifferently. Ah. An Xian covered her mouth and said softly, I'm sorry, I didn't do it on purpose. It's okay. In this era, there are too many people who don't have families. What's my number? An Xian looked at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Without parents, he was so powerful. She felt that he was even more outstanding. In any case, an Xian admired Lin Xian. When they reached home, Lin Xian turned on the lights. An Xian's mouth was slightly open as she looked at Lin Xian's house. Wow! It's so clean and beautiful. It's hard to imagine that this is where you live. An Xian exclaimed. Then what do you think my place should be like? A man's place is messy. An Xian stuck out her tongue. At this moment, Linya's door opened and Linya walked out in her pajamas. Then, she was stunned. An Xian was also stunned. This can't be Lin Xian's girlfriend, right? This was also the reason why Linya was stunned. So beautiful. This was the second thought of the two girls. So familiar. This was the third thought of the two girls, unusually synchronized. This is my sister, Linya. Lin Xian introduced an Xian. An Xian was enlightened. But Lin Xian's sister was so beautiful. Hello, sister. You are an Xian? Linya was slightly surprised. An Xian was such a popular celebrity, it was normal for her to recognize her. Yes. Then, Linya looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian, I'm working on a project with an Xian. Her hotel was surrounded by fans, so I brought her home for her to stay. Oh, I see. Have a seat. Linya then poured a glass of water for an Xian. Elder sister, have I seen you somewhere before? Why do I feel that you look familiar? An Xian asked curiously. Chapter 921. Linya and an Xian sat together, thinking that it would be great if Lin Xian's girlfriend was an Xian. She was a beautiful and famous celebrity, and she liked her a lot. You must have seen the press conference, right? Hearing Linya's words, an Xian suddenly knew why she felt that she was familiar. Wasn't she the CEO of the Yexin group that she had seen before? When she heard about the medicine, she felt that it was super magical, and it was trending at that time. The browser news was all about it, and there was also news about her being the most beautiful CEO in history. Then she noticed it. She didn't expect that. She was actually Lin Xian's sister. In other words, Lin Xian didn't lack money at all. Her so-called millions and tens of millions were nothing in Lin Xian's eyes. Then why did he look like a miser? Also, they were so low-key. Yexin Group was such a big company, and they lived in 3 rooms and 1 living room. How magical! One had to know that Yexin Group was a very special company. Many big companies were diluted by shares. You might be the CEO, but you might only have 30 to 40% of the shares, or even less. But Yexin Group was a dictatorship, and the shares were basically in their hands. So the money they earned was theirs. I remember now. An Xian said in surprise. Little fairy, why aren't you sleeping? Lin Xian asked. I'm going to sleep, you guys should go rest too. Linya said. Sorry to trouble you, Lin your sister. And Xin said obediently. It's no trouble, the room is over there. Linya pointed and returned to her room. Go to sleep, if you're lonely at night, you can come and knock on my door. Lin Xian smirked at an Xin. And Xin rolled her eyes. Hooligan. The night passed just like that. The next day, an Xin went to Miao Xiao Miao's place. Miao Xiao Miao was very happy, but what was Lin Xian doing? It was nothing more than playing with the girls. Although he also wanted to increase his strength and head to the demonic beast domain, it was more important for him to take advantage of this time to cultivate his relationship with his sister. An Xin, there was still Murong Qing. As for Xiao Xinyue's mission, he could have trained her at the martial arts academy. However, if he didn't train her at the martial arts academy now, she wouldn't have many chances after leaving Lin and city. Therefore, Lin Xian's improvement mostly started after he entered the martial arts academy. Then, Lin Xian paid close attention to Zhao Mengyue, the evil fiend Hall, and the Gong Sun family. The Gong Sun family seemed to be doing something. Lin Xian noticed something, but he wasn't sure. On this day, there was also big news. Celebrity Wu Hongfeng had released 2 singles. The momentum was very strong, but it couldn't threaten an Xion's 3 swords at all. The popularity of these 3 songs had been fermenting. After being forwarded by various celebrities in the entertainment industry, they became more and more popular. Unless a phenomenal piece of music appeared, it would be impossible to shake the position of these 3 songs for the time being. Damn it! I can't compete with an Xian at all. Wu Hongfeng gritted his teeth. Liang Yu hugged him from behind and said softly, Hongfeng, an Xian is much more famous than you. Plus, these songs are really good. It's normal for you to be behind her. If you can't compete with her, then compete with her. It's fine as long as you can win a Golden Melody Award when the time comes. But I just want to get first place. I just want to step on an Xian. Baby, let's spend more money to buy a few more good songs, okay? Take advantage of my current popularity to catch up with an Xian's footsteps and release songs with her. Even if we can't compete with her, we can maintain the popularity. It'll be fine as long as there are a few songs on an Xian's list. This. Liang Yu hesitated. But how can we find good songs in such a short time? Liang Yu asked. Wu Hongfeng didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Liang Yu thought of something. Right, that Lin Xian. Why don't we look for that Lin Xian? Look for him. Can he still write good songs? Wu Hongfeng didn't believe it. Think about it, money makes the world go round. If we spend money to get Lin Xian to help us write songs, with his talent and current popularity, the songs he writes will definitely not be bad. At the very least, the songs he writes will definitely be quite popular. They will be the easiest songs to get onto the charts and even surpass an Xian. Moreover, he's currently helping an Xian write songs. If we also hire him to write songs, we'll have to spend more money than an Xian, and he'll put in more effort to help us write songs. This will cause an Xian's songs to be inferior to us in quality. It doesn't matter if we spend more money, but it's more important to surpass an Xian. Liang Yu said. But, will he write songs for us? Wu Hongfeng asked worriedly. It's fine as long as he has money. He's not an Xian's exclusive lyricist. Even if he is, it doesn't mean he can't write songs for others. We might even be able to poach him. Hire him with a high salary and let him write songs for you. This way, an Xian's only advantage is that she's more popular than you. But if you write good songs one after another, won't you have a chance to surpass her? Wu Hongfeng's eyes lit up, but then he felt troubled. But I'm afraid I don't have enough money. The company's resource fee for your promotion is almost used up. Your money is also almost used up. Don't worry. I've saved up tens of millions over the years. Leave it to me. Okay. Then I'll go personally? Liang Yu shook her head. I'll go. You stay here and write songs properly. Liang Yu then kissed him and walked out. After she walked out, Wu Hongfeng's eyes flickered with evilness. When this young master truly becomes famous, I'll pursue an Xian and those young and beautiful girls. As for you, you're just a helper for my rise. You still want to marry me? Are you worthy? Second-hand goods. Bah. Wu Hongfeng sneered. Here. Morong Qing handed over a screen to Lin Xian. This is Heaven Class 1-Star Thunder Attribute Martial Technique, Thunder Surging Heaven and Earth. Morong Qing said. Thanks. Lin Xian kept the martial technique. Naturally, I'll give you what I promised you, but the songs you wrote are quite nice. Morong Qing smiled and looked at Lin Xian. You listen to it too? Yes, I usually listen to songs when I'm free or at work. Otherwise, I'll be bored to death. I'll look at the rankings, news, hot searches, and so on. It's all about an Xian and you. Say, you want to pursue her? Lin Xian. Wow. This woman's words were too direct, right? Who doesn't want to pursue a beautiful girl? I still want to pursue you. Will you pursue me? Lin Xian said. Why not? You have to show your sincerity. For example, you painstakingly wrote songs for an Xian. Then, if you want to pursue me, what do you have to do for me? Am I right? Actual action. Don't just talk. You want me to open my legs with just a few words? Lin Xian. Chapter 922. Amazing. As expected of Morong Qing, she was amazing. But what she said was quite reasonable. How could he not take action? Then what do you like? Tell me and I'll give it to you now. Then can't you think about it yourself? Do you need a girl to tell you how to pick up a girl? Morong Qing smiled helplessly. Morong Qing's words left Lin Xian speechless. Okay, then how about tonight? Let's go out to eat and watch a movie. No, I'm going shopping with your sister tonight. Then tomorrow night. Morong Qing muttered. Tomorrow night is fine. Then it's settled. I'll come find you tomorrow night. Dress nicely because I'm excited when I strip you. After saying that, Lin Xian chuckled and left. Morong Qing. Wow. This hooligan was getting more and more outspoken. Little hooligan. Morong Qing smiled helplessly. Lin Xian walked out and went to the beast territory. Of course, it wasn't to kill monsters. To be honest, if he wanted to kill monsters properly, he had to go deep into the beast territory. Lin Xian just wanted to go to a secluded place to test how powerful this heaven-ranked 1-star thunder attribute martial skill was. According to Morong Qing, heaven-ranked martial skills, especially offensive martial skills, were especially rare. Even among the 3 major powers, there weren't many at the same level as the 8 great families. It would be amazing if one of the 8 great families had 5 heaven-ranked martial skills. Of course, that was only on the surface. Many of the truly powerful martial skills couldn't be spread out. Morong Qing gave him this heaven tier 1-star martial skill, Thunder Surging Heavens, which she gave to Lin Xian herself. He didn't know if it belonged to her family or where she got it from, but a heaven tier thunder attribute martial skill was absolutely abnormal. Lin Xian walked out, took out the Thundering Heavens, and placed his hand on it. Ding! Thunder attribute has been learned 1%, 2%. 5%. 5 minutes later. Ding. You have successfully learned the martial skill, Thunder Attribute. Let me feel the power of a heaven-ranked Thunder Attribute martial skill. Buzz buzz buzz. Lin Xian's body was surrounded by purple lightning, and even his eyes were a little purple. The surrounding air currents revolved around Lin Xian's power. The sand and leaves on the ground swirled around Lin Xian's body before they were wrapped by the lightning and turned into ashes. This martial technique could be thrown out, and it could be transformed into the power of one's sword or fist. It was extremely exaggerated. Thunder Surging Heavens. Boom! Lin Xian then threw out this martial skill. A bolt of purple lightning blasted towards the forest in front of him, covering the sky and covering the earth. Dust filled the sky, and thunder rumbled. The entire ground was shaking. It was now night time, and this location was not far from Lin and City. When the guards of Lin and City suddenly saw the purple lightning and light exploding in the sky, they all thought that something had happened. When the dust and lightning dissipated, Lin Xian looked in front of him with a pleasantly surprised expression. The area of the small forest was about 10,000 square meters, and the main area of the thunder surge was about 50 meters. A huge crater was formed 50 meters away, and the sand and stones were scorching hot. What was even more powerful was the power of the thunder surge. 50 meters was probably the strongest power. Within this range, one would suffer unimaginable damage, but beyond 50 meters, or even more than 100 meters, there would be a very powerful force spreading out. The trees within 100 meters were destroyed, and it was a mess. Is this a heaven-ranked thunder attribute martial skill? How terrifying! Lin Xian was secretly speechless. His strongest thunder attribute martial skill was the 5 lightning constellation, and the range of the 5 lightning constellation was about 20 meters. Thunder surge was 50 meters. Logically speaking, under such circumstances, if one's speed was not enough and could not escape 50 meters in a short period of time, then one would be in danger. Using strength to resist? Thunder attribute was the strongest offensive attribute. Even if it was a heaven-ranked martial skill, and Lin Xian released it at the 5th star law realm, would a low-ranked domain realm expert dare to resist it? Lin Xian felt that even a 3-star domain realm cultivator would find it hard to clash head-on with Lei gushing under the heavens. Unless you also used a very powerful martial technique, an Earth-class 5-star or above offensive martial technique, you would probably be able to fight to a draw. If a heaven-ranked martial skill couldn't shorten the gap, then it wouldn't be a heaven-ranked martial skill. However, although martial skills were strong, there was no such thing as an absolutely invincible martial skill. For example, the weakness of Thunder Surge was very obvious. It took a long time to accumulate power. In a real battle, the opponent might not give you a second. If Thunder Surge was released at full strength, it would take more than 5 seconds to accumulate power. This was a shortcoming. But once the accumulation was successful, the power would be very strong. However, it could also be released instantaneously, pouring the power of Thunder Surge into your fist or sword, and releasing it on the way. There was almost no need to accumulate power, but at the same time, it meant that the power would be weakened by a lot. I wonder where Xue Qilin is now. Lin Xian sighed softly. He never forgot the little cutie who changed his life. Yes, the God system changed Lin Xian's life, but Xue Qilin's contributions were equally indispensable. The God system gave Lin Xian a convenient channel to cultivate, trigger missions, quickly obtain rewards, and the system shop. However, the system didn't give Lin Xian attributes. At the time when he obtained the system, Lin Xian had no attributes. He really had no attributes. For a martial practitioner, having no attributes was equivalent to a football player being disabled. Of course, it might not be that exaggerated, but the meaning was similar. Xue Qilin not only gave him attributes, but also all attributes. Now that Lin Xian stood at this height, he relied a lot on the spatial attribute, or even without the spatial attribute. Lin Xian might have died many times. Therefore, Lin Xian was really grateful to Xue Qilin. I haven't heard from him for a long time. I don't know if I'll see him again. Lin Xian sighed, and then walked towards Lin and City. On the music charts, an Xian's 3 songs swept the major platforms. Even though Wu Hongfeng followed an Xian's lead and released good songs, but these songs were too good. Unless he released an epic song, it was impossible for him to surpass an Xian. Even when Lin Xian walked in Lin and City, the major clothing stores, shopping malls, small stores, and so on began to play those songs. It could be said that they were popular all over the country. These songs, which were played in many stores while walking on the road, were called phenomenal songs. Lin Xian had already written the song that he and an Xian would sing together. It was still Jay Chou's song. There were many classic songs for men and women to sing together. There were also some very nice love songs, but those were too sweet, even a little drooling. Lin Xian didn't like drooling songs. At first, Lin Xian wanted to sing, because of love, for an Xian, but this song was more suitable for older people. For example, He was still a bit younger. Coral C. Chapter 923. Lin Xian received an Xian's WeChat message as soon as he entered Lin and city. The content was that she spent more than a day writing the lyrics and a simple song. She wanted him to take a look at it if he had the time. An Xian was quite thoughtful. Although she said that she would let Lin Xian handle the album, she couldn't stay idle. Moreover, she felt that she was shameless to let Lin Xian handle everything. Although in reality, it didn't have anything to do with it, because she had spent money to buy Lin Xian's lyrics and music. However, she still wasn't used to the feeling of sitting back and enjoying everything. "All right, where are you now?" "Drinking coffee at Little Meow Meow's." "I'll come over." Then, Lin Xian went to the Bounty Hunter Guild. The coffee shop of the Gale mercenaries didn't have much business because it was the Bounty Hunter Guild. Although there was a decent flow of people, most of them came for business. Not many people would come for coffee. Opening a coffee shop was just a convenience. It was more of a gathering place for the members of the Gale mercenaries. "Sister Chantian, where are Little Meow Meow and the others?" Lin Xian saw 3 groups of customers chatting and drinking coffee. Meow Xiao Meow and the others were nowhere to be seen. "They're in her room. There are customers outside," Wang Chantian said. "Then I'll go." Then, Lin Xian went to Meow Xiao Meow's room. He pushed the door open without knocking. "Hey, can't you knock before entering a girl's room?" Meow Xiao Meow rolled her eyes at Lin Xian. "That's right. What if the girl is changing inside?" An Xian agreed. "Don't you know how to lock the door before changing?" Lin Xian walked in and sat on Meow Xiao Meow's small bed. Meow Xiao Meow's room wasn't big, but it was bigger than the one in Tianhua City. It was very clean, but there were very few dolls in her room. In Meow Xiao Meow's words, she was already past the age of playing with dolls. If Xiao Runing and the others heard this, they would be speechless. Their rooms were filled with dolls too. "Lin Xian, take a look at the songs I wrote today. Do you think they're good enough?" An Xian then showed a draft on the table to Lin Xian. "I think it's pretty good. Sister and Xian sang a part just now. It's really nice." Meow Xiao Meow said sweetly. Lin Xian glanced at it. With an Xian's talent, it wasn't difficult for her to write a decent song in a day. "Why don't you sing it?" Lin Xian said as he sat on Meow Xiao Meow's bed. "All right." Then, she calmly picked up the guitar next to her. She wasn't very shy, because she often sang in front of tens of thousands of people. It was really casual to perform like this. Lin Xian listened to it. It was indeed good, but Lin Xian still felt that it was a bit lacking compared to the song he brought. After all, an Xian wrote it in a day. Although it was better than most songs, Lin Xian still preferred Coral C. "How is it?" An Xian looked at Lin Xian expectantly. "Take a look at mine." Lin Xian then passed the Coral C draft to an Xian. "You wrote it in a day too." "Oh right, isn't it normal for you to write it in a day?" An Xian took it. Why did she feel that the gap between her and Lin Xian was so big? Then, an Xian sang according to the draft. "Wow! Lin Xian, you're really too talented. And this song isn't a spit song at all. Although a lot of duet songs nowadays are nice, they're all spit songs. This song is really good. And the harmony between the male and female is so detailed. You really wrote something so detailed in a day." An Xian was in disbelief. Really, was this what it meant to be a talent? Lin Xian nodded slightly. Although he was a little embarrassed to nod, he knew that he plagiarized. An Xian was really admiring Lin Xian more and more. She liked Lin Xian more and more. These songs are really super good. And the style was really, really good. But, an Xian pondered for a moment, then looked at Lin Xian. "Your male soprano here reached A2. A2 isn't something that many people can sing. Are you sure you can do it?" "I've sung A2 before. Can't I do this?" "That's true." An Xian smiled foolishly. Then, She quietly put away her draft and threw it into the trash can. So stupid. She felt that her writing was really weak. This song needed a long time to record and get used to it because there were too many harmonies in this song. A lot of it was actually sung by both boys and girls, but the lyrics sung by the boys were different from the lyrics sung by the girls. Also, she had to help Lin Xian adjust his voice a little. After all, Lin Xian wasn't a professional singer. His singing did have some flaws. Miao Xiaomiao was still their little follower. She witnessed the birth of a popular song. When they went, it was already night time. When they finished recording, it was already 1 o'clock in the morning. But they were all martial artists. This was nothing. And Xian didn't have much strength. But when it came to work, she was so focused that she forgot to eat and sleep. She wasn't tired at all. Lin Xian felt tired. Coral Sea was successfully released. Once again, it attracted a wave. However, it didn't break the previous record. The previous song, A Taoist Nun Friend, was too suitable for comments. Plus, it was too popular. But this song wasn't too far behind. It would definitely surpass A Taoist Nun Friend in terms of popularity in the future. Then, when the male and female comments heard an Xian and Lin Xian's song, what did they say? There were basically 4 kinds of comments. One was praising an Xian, goddess and up, and so on. The second was praising Lin Xian's talent. After all, this was another classic song written and composed by Lin Xian. The third was saying that they were tired of singing duets. The fourth was, together, together. Anyway, there was no one to criticize talented people. And Xian was a talented woman, and Lin Xian was a talented man. When the two of them sang a love song together, the group of people inexplicably felt that they were a good match. All kinds of things together. For example, if a man and a woman acted in the most popular youth drama during the summer vacation, they were originally in a cooperative relationship. But when the drama became popular, the group of people became a good match. When they were together, they inexplicably matched each other. This was a very common phenomenon. Thank you, Lin Xian. I didn't expect that in just a few days, this album has already finished 4 singles. It's too fast. And Xian said in surprise. What do you want for the next song? Lin Xian asked with a smile. You say whatever. You're the boss, you decide. Lin Xian. What boss? What am I in front of the Art Pavilion Group's awesome person? And Xian said with a smile. Actually, I was wondering if I should switch to the entertainment industry because I really didn't want to write about battles. But forget it, it won't appear in the future. At most, it's just posturing and face-slapping. Chapter 924. Miao Xiaomiao watched them from the side. She felt that these two were not just friends, but she couldn't put her finger on it. However, she was already used to the scene of Lin Xian hanging out with all sorts of young ladies. Tell me, I know how to write anything. Lin Xian's words hurt an Xian's heart. Then, that song of yours, that song, those flowers, yes, yes, yes. I want that song. An Xian suddenly thought of this. Okay, I'll give it to you tomorrow, but I have something to do tomorrow. You'll have to record it yourself. You're not familiar with this place, so you can ask Little Meow Meow. Yes, yes, I have a good relationship with Little Meow Meow. I don't need you to remind me. Let's go. What was he going to do tomorrow? Wasn't it going out to eat and watch a movie with Murong Qing? This was a rare opportunity to go out with Murong Qing. Lin Xian had known Murong Qing for a long time, but he didn't remember going out with her alone. At most, they had a meal together and said something flirtatious. However, she was just like that. Her flirtatious nature was the same as Lin Xian's. Lin Xian didn't know if she was really flirting or doing it on purpose. Of course, it was more likely that she was doing it on purpose. This was why Lin Xian didn't know where to start. He could only use his own excellence to catch her appetite. Art Xian Group and various projects successfully made Murong Qing stay in Lin and City and Art Xian Group. However, What made Lin Xian curious was why Morong Qing didn't go home during the New Year. The next night, Lin Xian went to the top floor of Morong Qing's Rose Paradise Hotel. Knock, knock, knock. Lin Xian knocked on the door. Come in. Morong Qing's voice came from inside. Then, Lin Xian walked in and saw Morong Qing lying on the bed in her pajamas. She was swinging her exquisite jade feet and holding her phone as if she was playing some mobile game. What made Lin Xian feel strange was that Coral Sea was playing in the room. The song is pretty good. I wonder which handsome guy sang it. Lin Xian said with a smile. He then walked to her side and placed his hand on Morong Qing's fair foot. Morong Qing pulled her foot back completely out of conditioned reflex. Although she was usually very open-minded, this small action was enough to show that she was actually extremely conservative in her heart. However, it was true that a girl's feet were rarely touched by others, let alone by a man. What is it? Morong Qing sat up and silently put her feet into the quilt. Her beautiful eyes swept towards Lin Xian. Her pretty face was slightly flushed, and it was an almost undetectable shade of red. No one knew if it was because Lin Xian had touched her feet. F***ck. Didn't I say yesterday that I would take you out for a movie tonight? Why are you asking me now? Lin Xian said unhappily. Morong Qing was speechless. No. He wasn't joking yesterday? Morong Qing stared at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Was he joking? Could it be that he was really going to make a move on her? Morong Qing muttered in her heart. She really thought that Lin Xian's words yesterday were a joke. Now that Lin Xian was really here, it wasn't a joke anymore. It couldn't be, right? This little bastard was actually thinking of hitting on her? F***ck. Wasn't it enough that he had so many beautiful girls around him? Could it be that he wanted to collect all kinds of girls? Hey, what are you thinking? Are you going back on your word? Lin Xian pinched her pink cheeks. I say, you're not really going to pursue me, are you? Morong Qing looked at Lin Xian and asked. Yeah, didn't I say it yesterday? Moreover, you're a rich woman. If I pursue you, I won't have to work hard. Morong Qing was speechless. Okay, I'll pursue you. But can you break off your relationship with the other girls first? Morong Qing rolled her eyes. F***ck. This bastard still wants to step on several boats, and wants me to be one of them. He's really a scumbag. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. F***ck. Sure enough, this Morong Qing wasn't an innocent little girl. Just from her words, Lin Xian already felt that it was too difficult to pursue her. It's nothing. We're just friends. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and said, Come on, don't think that I can't tell. Whether it's Ling Ying or Lu Yufan, ordinary friends. I don't believe it. Even if you're ordinary friends, I can clearly see the way they look at you. Which one of them is worse than me in terms of looks? Their family backgrounds are also very good, and they're younger than me. Why don't you choose them over me? Either you're sick, or you're stepping on several boats. Morong Qing rolled her eyes at Lin Xian again. It had to be said that Morong Qing was super right. Then I'm sick, okay? I like beautiful women like you, okay? I'm a sister complex, okay? Can you explain it? Morong Qing. Wow, this person is so shameless. Okay. What do you want? To do you. Morong Qing, hurry up and get up. Let's go watch a movie. Morong Qing really wanted to give him a slap. Is this bastard for real? Logically speaking, from the beginning when she met Lin Xian, she always thought that Lin Xian's tricks were intentional. He was like this, and she never thought that he was serious. No, he might not be serious now. This guy can't be joking, right? Is he going to laugh at me? Or could it be that he still had some tricks up his sleeve? Anyway, I'm bored. I'm just watching dramas at home. Going out with him and seeing what this bastard wants to do is not a big deal. Okay, I'm bored anyway. Going out to watch a movie or something is fine. You go out first, I'll change my clothes. Morong Ching thought of this and said, I still have to go out? Lin Xian pulled his head. With our relationship, can't I stay here and watch you change your clothes? Okay. Morong Ching nodded. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. Stretch your head over here. I'll poke 2 holes in your eyes first. Lin Xian, okay. I'll go out. Then Lin Xian walked out. Little bastard, you still want to take advantage of me. You're revolting. Morong Ching smiled, but she felt that it was very interesting. A brother younger than her by 5 or 6 years wanted to hit on her. More importantly, she was quite interested in this brother. This feeling was different. She felt that it was quite interesting. She really wanted to see what this Lin Xian was up to. Of course, it was not necessarily to hit on her. She wanted to see what she wanted to do. Anyway, she was bored, so she played with her. After a few minutes, Morong Ching, who had changed into a beautiful dress, walked out. Lin Xian was waiting for her outside. You're so beautiful. It'll be great to take you out shopping. Chapter 925. Hearing Lin Xian's words, Morong Ching rolled her eyes. This man had a way with words. She guessed that he had practiced his glib tongue around those young ladies. Not to mention, if it was a younger lady, she would really be quite happy with his words. But for her, it wasn't so easy. What? Did I say something wrong? You didn't say anything wrong. Tell me, where do you want to go? Morong Ching held Lin Xian's arm. Lin Xian, if it was any other young lady, they would be very intimate. But since it was Morong Ching, some of her thoughts and actions were something Lin Xian couldn't understand. Even though she was taking the initiative to hold on to Lin Xian's arm, they weren't particularly close. However, it couldn't be said that they weren't close. It wasn't an exaggeration to say that they weren't close. It was just that they weren't as close as they seemed on the surface. What do you want to play? Lin Xian asked. The two walked out arm in arm. People who saw them on the way were very surprised. This woman was really beautiful and had a temperament. But the man holding her arm felt very ordinary. Although he wasn't wearing clothes from a street stall, it was only a few hundred to 1,000 yuan. It didn't feel like it matched her at all. When the staff of Rose Heaven saw this scene, they didn't think much of it. They guessed that their boss and Mr. Lin were a couple because they always saw ambiguous moments. Didn't you want to take me out to play? What do you want to play? Tell me. Then let's go watch a movie. There's nothing new. Morong Ching muttered. To be honest, there was nothing new about watching a movie. It's late at night, and it's Lin and City. What's so fun about it? Lin Xian muttered. Didn't you want to chase me? With an Xian, you only know how to write songs and lyrics to chase after her. But with me, you don't know what to do? Morong Ching said. Sister, I don't know what you like. Lin Xian was helpless. Let's go to an internet cafe to play games. Lin Xian. Was this for real? Lin Xian looked at her with a dumbfounded expression. What? I can't play games? Yes, of course. I saw that the game your sister played before was quite interesting. I also played a few rounds, but my results weren't good. You take me. All right. I'm a god. I'll take you flying. An hour later, Lin Xian coughed dryly as he looked at the big red failure sign on the screen. 1 to 8, you're really strong. Wow. How can a man like you be so bad at games? Morong Ching really thought that Lin Xian was very powerful. Only now did she realize that while she was 1 to 4, this Lin Xian was actually 1 to 8. I was kidnapped by Conti. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and said, Does that mean you can take me flying next time? Of course. 40 minutes later. It was yet another big red failure. Morong Ching was really helpless. This Lin Xian was so bad at games? He even came out to play. She thought that she could be taken by him and had fun torturing others, but in the end, she was tormented in all sorts of ways. Who could withstand this? Lin Xian was also helpless. Why didn't he have a powerful teammate? Why? Why couldn't he have a powerful teammate who could fight against 9 people at once? His dignity as a man was about to be destroyed. I'm really not as good as your sister. Really? Morongqing took off her headphones and looked at Lin Xian as she said this. F***ck. I'm being targeted. Nakano has been trying to catch me. I'm fighting against 3 in the top lane and I'm being caught in the jungle. Can a support like you understand the pain of being a top laner? Also, how can I not be as good as my little fairy? She's been taught by me. At this moment, Lin Xian saw that Linya was online. Isn't this your sister's ID? Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Yeah. Come, invite her to solo. Didn't you say that you're the one who taught her? Then you can crush her, right? Also, you don't have to worry about being caught in a 1v1, right? Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Of course. Then, Lin Xian invited Linya. Linya and Linglong Shui had agreed to play 2 matches at 9 o'clock. She went online half an hour earlier to practice her skills. She didn't expect that Lin Xian would be online too. Then, Lin Xian invited Linya to a custom 1v1. Help me choose a hero. Pick blind. I'll solo blind with my little fairy. This hero showdown is still very good. I'll show you how cool I am. I'll show you my true strength. I'm going to the toilet. Then, Lin Xian slipped away. When he reached the toilet, Lin Xian took out his phone and hurriedly found Linya to send a message. Little fairy, go easy on me in the solo later. You have to let me win. I have girls watching over here, but don't act too fake. Linya glanced over and couldn't help but laugh. Then, she sent an okay sign. To be honest, Lin Xian was really bad at playing games. He really didn't have any talent in this area. Moreover, he was terrible at playing games. It was okay for him to fight, but he was terrible at playing games. All the girls that he brought into the pit were better than him. Lin Xian was really speechless. He really couldn't beat Linya. Previously, they had a solo match at home. Because Linya said that she felt that Linglong Shui was better than him, Lin Xian refused to accept it. He played 3 solo matches with Linya and lost 2. F***ck. However, he always felt that it was because he didn't play enough games. He probably only played a few games in a year. What about Linya and the others? After work, the goddess-level girls would often play 5 solo matches. Their skill level was higher than Lin Xian's. For example, when they played a mid-laner, Lin Xian could only laze around. At the very least, Linya and the others knew that the mid-laner needed support. Lin Xian said that he couldn't. Because of this, for example, when Lu Yufan's jungler clashed with the opposing jungler in the jungle, the opposing mid-laner went to support him. Lin Xian didn't even bat an eyelid and continued farming. Then, Lu Yufan was killed, and Lin Xian despised him. To put it simply, the girl's understanding of the game was better than Lin Xian's. However, as a man, how could he raise his head when he was a noob in front of a girl? Therefore, he had to win. Although it was a little shameless. After wiping his hands, Lin Xian walked to his seat. The game had just started. Blind solo mid lane, 1 health, 1 tower, 100 attacks, no return to the city. Your skin is quite expensive, isn't it? Morongqing didn't play much, but she had been living with Linya for a while. She played a lot and knew a little about it. Descendant of the dragon, this young master spent more than 10,000 on the lottery to get it. There aren't many people in the entire sky blue planet who have this skin. Lin Xian said. I think your sister has it too. Lin Xian. She also drew it. This was another heart-wrenching thing. Chapter 926. At that time, there was a lucky draw event. $10 for a lucky draw, and $100 for 10 consecutive draws. Lin Xian really liked this descendant of the dragon. Since he was not short of money, he spent more than $10,000 and finally got it. He showed it off in front of Linya. Linya never spent any money when she played games. She was especially good at managing her finances. When she heard Linya talking about how awesome her skin was, she was stunned. Then, Lin Xian asked her to get one too. After all, they were girls who always played games together. It wasn't a big deal to have some skin. Lin Xian was mainly showing off the skin. Then, Linya symbolically spent $100. 10 consecutive draws. 1 free. A free skin. Descendant of the dragon. After she was done, she asked Lin Xian in confusion, "Is this the skin that he was talking about?" What could Lin Xian do? He was also in despair. Then, Lin Xian bought the equipment. Cloth armor 4 red. So unlucky. You got such solo equipment even when you're playing a girl. Although Murong Qing didn't play much, she knew quite a lot. Moreover, she would watch solo matches. She knew that going out like this was very smooth and also the best way to go. But, you're a man playing solo with your own sister, and you still got such equipment. Wow. Bastard. What do you know? Being serious about your opponent is showing respect to your opponent. Lin Xian said with a reasonable look. Okay. You're awesome. Then, Lin Xian came to the middle lane. Linya also came out. The two of them stood in the middle lane. Lin Xian glanced at them. Doran sword and 1 red. He did not know if Linya was going to play like this or if she was already going easy on him. If a warrior could not go home in a solo match, then it was obviously better to get more red. Lin Xian's equipment was not the best, but it was definitely the most likely to win. Then, Linya controlled the descendant of the dragon to dance in front of Lin Xian. Lin Xian. Wow. This little fairy was quite mischievous. Then, Lin Xian also started dancing. 1 bank. In the next second, a blue ray of light hit Lin Xian's blind man. It didn't hurt. Lin Xian didn't even move and continued to dance. After Linya finished, she also continued to dance. 1 bank. After the cooldown was over, it was another one. It still didn't hurt. Then Lin Xian said to Murong Qing, "I did it on purpose. I have a lot of blood medicine, so I let her win." Murong Qing stared at the screen and nodded slightly. She felt that what Lin Xian said was reasonable. However, she then said, "Then move. You can't avoid it." "TSK, what a joke. I can't hide?" Then, Lin Xian frantically moved around. On the other side, Lin Ya's mouse was searching for the pattern of Lin Xian's movements. 1 bank. The air was quiet. It hit. Cough cough. Lin Xian immediately coughed awkwardly. A mistake. Actually, this skill is quite easy to hit. Look. Then, Lin Xian's cue was coincidentally turned away by Linya. Lin Xian. So noob. Murong Qing muttered. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. After the cooldown was over. Bang bang. Both of them hit each other with their cue. Then, Lin Xian flew over. Linya saw Lin Xian flying over. It would be too fake if she didn't fly over. Then, both of them flew towards each other. Then, the two of them crazily attacked each other. Both of them had low HP. Then, both of their Q's cooldown was over at almost the same time. Flash. Flash. Both of them predicted the cooldown of each other's Q's skills at the same time. Then, they flashed and attacked each other. Linya hit. Lin Xian missed. Lin Xian. Linya was really going easy on them. She didn't even kick over when her Q hit. Lin Xian was burned to death by Ignite. Just as the minions reached the middle lane, Lin Xian's screen turned gray. Even when the two of them were attacking, Lin Xian ate 4 bottles of potions. Linya didn't even touch her bottle of potions. However, both of their HP levels were about the same. Lin Xian could have won, but he had been hit by Linya a few times. Even with his HP recovery, he still lost almost 100 HP. Although he had taken potions during the battle to make up for the difference, Linya was carrying the conqueror, Lin Xian, Linya, Linya expressed her helplessness. Who can you blame for missing your cues? Wow. This little fairy is shameless. Why did she have to bring the conqueror? Lin Xian was infuriated. Murong Qing looked at Lin Xian as if she was looking at a noob. It doesn't count. I purposely let her hit me a few times. My HP is lower than hers by 100. Otherwise, she would have lost. Lin Xian stubbornly explained to Murong Qing. Isn't the biggest reason why you lost because you missed your last skill? Murong Qing saw through it clearly. Lin Xian. Anyway, it doesn't count. This hero can only be seen at level 6. Let's do it again. Then, Lin Xian invited Linya for another round. I'm going to the toilet, Lin Xian said. Didn't you just go? I'm washing my hands. They're a bit sticky. I'm getting serious. Lin Xian then walked over and took out his phone. Little fairy, you went easy on me. Lin Xian wanted to cry but had no tears. He sent a message over. I did. Linya said innocently. Then why did you bring the conqueror? I just pressed a button to equip my talent. The system helped me. Linya said innocently. Lin Xian. Wow. Was he really a noob? Again, this time at level 6. Let me show off my R flash. Then you lose to me with my cool moves. Otherwise, I'll spank you when we get home. Linya. Oh, got it. But you still have to act like it. Okay. Then, Lin Xian returned to his seat. It was still 4 red cloth armor. This time, he still brought Thunderbolt. On the other side, Linya was thinking hard about how to go easy on him. In the end, she chose Aftershock. She thought that it shouldn't be a problem, right? Her secondary attribute was still magical boots. It probably wouldn't appear even after the battle. Moreover, her little talent had a cooldown and 2 magic resistances. She should definitely lose, right? Moreover, she went out with Doran's sword and a bottle of red. The early stage was very peaceful. Occasionally, she would change her health. Lin Xian used 3 bottles of potions to maintain full health at level 6. Linya used up 1 bottle. Now, she had less than 2/3 of her health left. She didn't replenish her soldiers. She hid under the tower and trembled as she watched Lin Xian replenish her soldiers. She waited for Lin Xian to finish her off with a set of cool R-flash moves. Watch carefully. Don't blink. Watch my next set of unparalleled cool moves. Little fairy can't react in time. I'll insta-kill her. Lin Xian said to Murong Qing next to him. Come on, let me see. Murong Qing said. With 2/3 of her health left, Linya controlled the blind soldier under the tower. Lin Xian hid behind his own soldiers, waiting for an opportunity. At this moment, Lin Xian suddenly appeared in front of Linya with a W. Then, he quickly kicked Linya's blind soldier out of her tower with an R flash. Then, he turned around and quickly did a Q, empty. Chapter 927. Linya felt that she had already died. She held the mouse in one hand and sipped her tea in the other. Then, she saw. Empty again? After the knockback effect ended, Linya clicked the mouse and walked down the tower. Then, with AR, she kicked Lin Xian who was about to run out of the tower. Without the WI and flash, Lin Xian was shot to death by the tower. The screen went black again. Lin Xian, Murong Qing, Linya. Linya felt helpless. You want me to act more realistically and lose to you. But how can I lose? If I don't kick you in, it'll be too fake. Also, I've already gone easy on you. I didn't even use the WI to kick you or flash to kick you. I just walked slowly in front of you and kicked you in. I haven't even ignited it yet. What can I do now? Your opponent, Little Fairy Lightspeed Critical Hit, has left the game. Linya. Right. And your ID, can't you come up with a more normal one? You play games with girls every day and you come up with such a shameless ID. No wonder people are catching you with 3 packs. Lin Xian exited the game helplessly. I don't want to play anymore. Let's go and watch a movie. Lin Xian wanted to cry. Wow. I'm so bad. Why? Ah. He knew that Linya had already gone easy on him. He was too bad. I'm really bad. Please don't play this game anymore. I beg you. Morong Qing mumbled. She couldn't stand it anymore. Sigh, I don't feel good today. You're bad and you like to explain. Morong Qing shook her head. Also, your ID is really shameless. Morong Qing's face was slightly red. On the other side, Linya couldn't help but laugh out loud. At this time, she saw that Linglong Shui had come online. Linglong Shui's ID was very simple. It was called Linglong Shui. She then sent a message to Linya. Why are you online so early? Linya then replied, I'm dueling with Lin Xian. Who won? I. Linglong Shui took a sip of tea. As expected. He's still online. Do you want to play together? Linglong Shui sent a message. No, he's too weak. Okay. Then, one after another, Lu Yufan, Yi Yi, Wang Xintong, Ling Longyue, Bing Lingyue, Ling Ying, Han Chuxue, and of course, Xiao Runing all came online. They were all good friends and often played games together. Basically, all of them had been tricked by Lin Xian, and then all of them became better than Lin Xian. Usually, when they had nothing to do, they would play games together. They had their own QQ group, and there were only a few of them. Lin Xian didn't even add them because Lin Xian was too weak. What did they like to do? 10 people, create a custom group. 5 people, play a civil war. They all liked this feeling very much. The 10 of them turned on the voice chat, playing a civil war, filled with laughter, and chatting as they played. They were all family, so they could just play casually. The most important thing was that they could cultivate their relationship and feelings. It was because of this that they often played together. As for Lin Xian didn't dare to add them to the same group. What if the conversation fell apart? But last time, he saw that Linya had a group that they were all in. So, Lin Xian wanted to add him to see if there was anything going on. Well, he went in. That night, he played 2 games. The next morning, he woke up to find that he was kicked out of the group. That's right, Linglong Shui did it. There were 2 reasons for kicking him. First, he was really too bad. Second, if he was in the group, then they couldn't talk bad about him. Logically speaking, 10 goddess-like girls fighting each other. What kind of godly person would be able to gather all of them together? But the person who brought them together was kicked out by them. Morong Qing, Xiao Xinyue, Miao Xiaomiao, and an Xian would probably be there too. Only Lin Xian wasn't there. They often talked bad about Lin Xian in the group, but Lin Xian didn't know about it. For example, today, Lin Xian and an Xian were writing songs together. Ling Ying at D everyone and asked where Lin Xian was. Miao Xiaomiao replied instantly that he was at the Bounty Hunter Guild. Ling Ying sent an OK gesture to show that he had received it. They would often ask for opinions. For example, today, Ling Ying bought a piece of clothing, took a picture, and sent it online. She asked if it looked good, and everyone would give their suggestions. Or they would arrange a time and place to go shopping together. When the time came, those who were free would all go. They might not be able to guarantee that everyone would be able to hang out together every day, but they could chat online every day. This was Lin Xian's harem group. Of course, there were some things that needed to be kept a secret. For example, Linglong Shui's child, and the fact that these girls and Lin Xian were lovers. Perhaps in the eyes of some people, they already knew in their hearts and guessed it, but no one pointed it out. Lin Xian didn't know any of this. He had a tough life. However, these girls gathered together and had a good relationship with each other. This was a very good thing, there was no doubt about it. Let's go watch a movie. Lin Xian silently exited the game and dragged Morong Qing away. This scene made everyone envious. He was bad at games, but his girlfriend was really beautiful. Are you free tomorrow night? I heard that a shopping mall is opening. Let's go shopping together. Linya asked in their group. Okay. I'm free. Then, the girls gave their answers. Linglong Shui could also give them the spatial bracelet that she had refined. After all, this was something that Lin Xian had asked her for help. She was also willing to do it. Everyone's safety was the most important thing. Logically speaking, they had a lot of opportunities to show their faces in Lin and city. There were a lot of pictures of them on the internet. They were all taken by passers-by who saw how beautiful they were. Because they were really beautiful, they became popular. There were even many people from other cities who came to Lin and city for them. Their suitors were no longer the same as before. There were many people, especially Linglong Shui and Bing Lingyue. These two girls were too beautiful. If more than 10 of them went shopping together, just imagine what kind of sensation it would cause on the internet. According to incomplete statistics, since 2 months ago, the number of tourists who came to Lin and city by car and plane had increased by 18 times. Some people suspected that it was because of these girls. Lin and city didn't have any tourist attractions. Moreover, it was a small city. Moreover, it was a border city. There was nothing to visit. But during this period, there were so many more. We're being followed. After Murong Qing and Lin Xian walked outside, Murong Qing held onto Lin Xian's arm and said softly. Chapter 928. Lin Xian frowned. He didn't sense it, but Murong Qing did. This proved that the strength of the person following them was absolutely crushing Lin Xian. You didn't sense it wrong? Shouldn't be. I sensed that divine sense. He probably didn't expect me to be a celestial venerable. Otherwise, he wouldn't dare to release his divine sense to investigate. But since he released it, I can feel it. He didn't sense me. He's a celestial venerable. Murong Qing said. Celestial venerable. Damn it. Lin Xian showed a helpless expression. Which big shots did you provoke? Even a celestial venerable is here. It can't be from Lin and city, right? How many forces in Lin and city can send a celestial venerable powerhouse? Murong Qing was drunk. This Lin Xian's ability to cause trouble was really amazing. I've provoked a lot of forces. Lin Xian said. Murong Qing rolled her eyes. You're so shameless. How can you be so beautiful? It might be the Evil Fiend Temple. Lin Xian said. Evil Fiend Temple? You're awesome. Then Murong Qing suddenly thought of something. Oh, I understand. You tricked me out to be your bodyguard, right? Murong Qing glared at Lin Xian. In all honesty, I really didn't think so. How would I know that someone was going to make a move on me tonight? If I knew when the enemy was going to make a move on me, what would I be afraid of? Don't you think so? That makes sense. Murong Qing muttered. Then what do we do now? I'll help you get rid of your opponent. A celestial venerable powerhouse is too much of a threat. If I don't help you get rid of him, you might really die one day. Murong Qing said. That's my pleasure. But beautiful sister, can you beat him? How many stars are you in the celestial venerable realm? What if the opponent's realm is higher than yours? If you die, I'll be very sad. Murong Qing, wow. Nothing good comes out of this person's filthy mouth. Of course, Lin Xian was just saying that on purpose. Even if Murong Qing's cultivation realm wasn't as high as his, they were still in the same realm after all. Moreover, she had the time attribute. Time was still pretty awesome. Don't worry, I won't die even if you die. I don't have as many enemies as you do. Go to the demonic beast domain? Murong Qing asked Lin Xian. Because in a battle between Empyreans, there was basically no possibility of taking action within the city. Must we go to the demonic beast domain? Since he doesn't know that you're also an Empyrean, then he should find an opportunity to kill me in the city. Moreover, going to the demonic beast domain at this time, I think it might give him the idea that I'm deliberately luring him over. What do you think? Morong Ching nodded slightly. Alright, then what do you think we should do? Drive a car. Let's pretend to find a place where no one is around and do it. Morong Ching was speechless. If *King want to punch you. Seeing Morong Ching's expression, Lin Xian said, think about it. I'm driving a beautiful woman to a secluded place in the middle of the night. Normal people would think like that, right? Isn't that the case? Then Lin Xian continued, so, he'll let his guard down and won't think too much. He'll definitely follow us. At that time, it won't be too late for you to take action. Going to the demonic beast domain will really make people suspicious. Alright, after helping you, how will you thank me? I'll take you to the Silver Realm. Morong Ching was speechless. Forget it. Then, I'll give you another 1% of the Yaxuan Group's shares. That's doable. Morong Ching nodded. The future value of this 1% of the Yaxuan Group shares was unimaginable. Of course, she wasn't greedy. She was a rich woman herself. In fact, even if Lin Xian didn't say anything, she would still be willing to help Lin Xian. She just said that she had a good relationship with Lin Xian. She also knew that Lin Xian didn't like to owe others favors. So, she might as well give him 1% of the shares. After helping him, Lin Xian wouldn't owe her a favor. Wouldn't that be great? Let's go, baby. Let's go home and drive. Lin Xian then openly hugged Morong Ching's slender waist. Morong Ching was speechless. Wow. She really wanted to beat him up. This person really knew how to take a mile when given an inch. That's right. Lin Xian knew that since they were going to have car sex, they were a couple. Lin Xian hugged her. Since Morong Ching had chosen to put on this act, she couldn't break free from Lin Xian's embrace. If the person in the dark saw them and saw them going to a secluded place to have car sex, it would be hard to avoid suspicion. Lin Xian thought that this person was from the Evil Fiend Temple because he had met Zhao Mengyue 2 days ago and learned from her that the Evil Fiend Temple had formulated a series of policies against him. As Morong Ching said, other than the Evil Fiend Temple, there really wasn't any other force in Lin and city that could send a heavenly venerable to assassinate someone. After taking a taxi home, Lin Xian drove the big Benz while Morong Ching sat in the front passenger seat. The two of them drove toward the outskirts of Lin and city. In the dark, a figure was following them at an extremely fast speed while maintaining a distance. With the concealment ability and speed of a heavenly venerable, catching up to the car was a simple matter. Half an hour later, the car stopped beside a small forest in a very secluded industrial area. There wasn't even a street lamp nearby. What's next? Morong Ching looked at Lin Xian. That. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose and got out of the car. He said to Morong Ching in the front passenger seat, "Come down first." Morong Ching got out of the car suspiciously. She didn't know what Lin Xian wanted to do. Lin Xian then sat in the front passenger seat and moved the seat back. He sat there and patted his leg. "Come up." Morong Ching was speechless. "You mother **Cur." Morong Ching really had the urge to slap him to death. "Come up. You. Don't go too far." Morong Ching glared at Lin Xian. "Damn. I'm not going to touch you. Don't make a fuss. People are watching in the dark. We have to at least get into a good position. Only then can they come out completely without any scruples, right? You say, if we don't even move when we do it, won't it be too fake?" Morong Ching took a deep breath. "Damn. Don't worry. I won't touch you. I can't beat you." Morong Ching glared at Lin Xian again. 3% of the shares. Lin Xian. No matter how much he gave, when she became his woman, she would be his. He. Okay. For the sake of the money, I'll play along with you. Morong Ching took off her shoes and placed them on the roof of the car. Then, she walked into the front passenger seat and sat face to face with Lin Xian. She sat on Lin Xian's lap and wrapped her arms around Lin Xian's neck. Lin Xian was speechless. "Wah! I can't stand it, I can't stand it." No, I have to trick little Chushue or little Ying to come out and drive here again. Although Morong Ching looked carefree and seemed to be quite open right now, in her heart, she was really embarrassed and scolded Lin Xian 10,000 times. Chapter 929. At this moment, the figure in the dock was watching this scene. He was relatively far away, but as a celestial venerable, he could probably see it clearly even in the dark. He couldn't see the specifics, but he could see that Morong Ching was riding on Lin Xian's legs and hugging him. As for whether Lin Xian was moving up and down, or whether the two of them were kissing, he couldn't see clearly. Humph. You're about to die, yet you're still having fun here. What a joke. Such an unvigilant, lustful trash actually wants this elder to take action. What a joke. If it weren't for the fact that you're the hall master of White Tiger Hall, giving this elder enough benefits, this elder wouldn't even bother to take action for such a small matter. The dignified hall master of White Tiger Hall can't even take care of such a small matter. I don't know how the hall master chose people like him. The old man snorted coldly. At this time, the phone in his pocket vibrated a few times, and then he picked up the phone. On the other side, it was Gong Sun Hao calling. The person has already caught up. He won't live for more than 3 minutes. After saying that, he hung up the phone. Under normal circumstances, it was absolutely impossible to bring anything related to one's identity on a mission. ID card, mobile phone, wallet, etc. But he was a dignified celestial venerable. What was he afraid of? On the other side, the two people were doing this. Morong Ching's softness and fragrance drilled into Lin Xian's nose. That kind of feeling, ske, was a little flustered and helpless because he really couldn't take advantage of Morong Ching. After dealing with so many girls, Lin Xian had learned one thing. At least he knew at what stage, what kind of girl, what kind of relationship, and what kind of advantage he could take. Morong Ching's current state should be the most advantage Lin Xian could take advantage of her temporarily. He couldn't even put his hands on her legs. After all, she was a girl. In the winter, her strength was high, and she was wearing thin leggings. How could he put his hands on her legs? He would be beaten to death. Then Lin Xian's hands were placed on both sides of the table and chair, very embarrassed. Don't worry, now that you're embarrassed, aren't you still sitting on young master's lap? And there will be a day when this scene will happen again, and it will still be you. And when that time comes, there will definitely be a lot of up and down movements. Lin Xian believed it. Hee. Hey, you bastard. Morong Ching's pretty face was flushed red. She clenched her teeth and grabbed Lin Xian's back, ruthlessly pinching him. Big sister, don't pinch me. It hurts. Lin Xian said helplessly. You tell me why I pinched you. Morong Ching really wanted to cry. She wanted to help Lin Xian, but he still took advantage of her. How was this reasonable? His buttocks could clearly feel a bad thing growing bigger and bigger, and it was the kind of thing that was moving. Motherf asterisk cur. Big sister. You can't blame me for this. You're so beautiful, and you're sitting on my lap. I'm a normal man. What can I do? Lin Xian said. Just you wait. Just you wait. Morong Ching felt that she had been tricked. This Lin Xian must have done it on purpose. Yes. He did it on purpose. There were many ways to trick people out. Why did he have to come here and pretend to be a prostitute? Plus, he deliberately let her sit on his lap. This must have been premeditated. Wow. Men were really the most terrifying creatures in the world. She had been tricked. Damn it. That's right, Lin Xian really did it on purpose. Think about it, there were many ways to trick people out. There was really no need to do it. But Lin Xian felt good. Actually, it was not very good. After all, it was uncomfortable to hold it in. I'll go back later and see if I should go to little Ying or little Chushue. If they were still together, that would be the best. Anyway, Morong Ching was very angry now. Extreme anger. This time, she suffered a big loss. She knew that nothing good would come out with this bastard. She did not expect to be taken advantage of like this. Damn it. Why aren't you here yet? Murong Qing gritted her teeth and said, Don't tell me you want to watch the whole show from afar? You can't see it either. At this time, a monstrous fire dragon lit up the entire night. This fire dragon even had a dragon's roar. It was abnormally terrifying. Hearing this sound, Murong Qing was about to cry. Thank God, big brother, you finally made a move. Damn it. Using a big move as soon as you come. You really think highly of me. Even though Lin Xian didn't get a good look at the attack, he could tell that it wasn't a weak attack, judging from the might of the attack and the fact that it could emit a dragon's roar. Under normal circumstances, this move could not be avoided. Although there was a sound, when you were doing this kind of thing and suddenly heard a sound, your first reaction would be to pull out and run. How was that possible? It was not logical. Normally, you would also stick your head out to see what was going on. The old man also knew this situation. Plus, his move was very powerful and fast. The range was also very large. As long as you did not react within 2 seconds, you would be gone. Even if you had the space attribute, it would be useless. Because you were in the car, the time you looked out was already 2 seconds. You would not be able to react. Boom! The fire dragon flew over. In an instant, a radius of dozens of meters turned into a sea of fire. The whole ground suddenly trembled. A mere law realm cultivator turned into ashes so easily. It's just a pity for that peerless beauty. But in order to prevent the matter from being exposed, Lin Xian has the space attribute, so this is the only way. The old man sighed softly, feeling regret for having killed Murong Qing. You even moved the car? Suddenly, a voice came from not far away. Nonsense. That's a car worth nearly 1,000,000 RMB, and he destroyed it for nothing? My heart hurts. You! The corner of Murong Qing's mouth could not help but twitch. There was a good saying that a person could earn millions in a minute. This sentence was an exaggeration to describe this person who made a lot of money and his time was precious. But could there really be someone who could earn millions in a minute? It was really difficult. But Lin Xian could really do it. Xian Group. Only the heavens knew how enormous his assets were now. But this bastard was still saying such things for a car worth less than 1,000,000? Yes, it was indeed easy to move the car with a space attribute, but how much more spiritual power did you have to spend? In a normal battle, a trace of spiritual power was precious. Maybe you were just short of a trace of spiritual power, so who would have the mind to waste spiritual power to move the car? Good. You're awesome, okay? The old man turned around and saw the two people walking down. He frowned suddenly. He actually reacted. Fortunately, he had the space attribute. Otherwise, he would have died. However, he had a bad premonition. How dare the two of you chat here? What right did they have? Chapter 930. Lin Xian and Murong Qing looked at the old man. However, at this time, he was close enough to see Murong Qing clearly. So beautiful, so beautiful. Perhaps the heavens had given him a chance, so he did not kill her. That was just nice. However, was Lin Xian an idiot? Why didn't he run? There was a sense of uneasiness because the other party had clearly sensed the power he had released. He should also know his strength, so why didn't he run? Why were they still so calm and collected? Not afraid. Why not? In fact, as a vigilant person, he had already done a good job. He did not give the other party any chance and directly blasted a big move over. Since the other party had the spatial attribute, it was reasonable for him to dodge, although the possibility was not high. Logically speaking, if he did not kill the other party, he should just run away and wait for the next opportunity. However, he was a heavenly venerate. He clearly knew that Lin Xian was in the law boundary. Would a normal person's mentality be to run? Of course not. If it was a simple assassination, running away would not be a problem if their strength was similar. However, he was a heavenly venerate. His self-esteem and pride did not allow him to run away directly. He would not allow himself to run away in front of a weakling in the law boundary after failing a mission. Even if no one knew who he was, he would not allow it. Wouldn't that be a joke? Therefore, although he was suspicious, he had no reason to run. He did not reveal his identity, so what was there to worry about? Hey, old man, you scared me, you know? Lin Xian looked at the old man and said. Murong Qing. Lin Xian's words were completely unexpected. In any case, it was just 2 words. Shameless. 2 words. Shameless. No matter the occasion, no matter who he faced, he could display his shamelessness incisively and vividly. When facing a heavenly venerate powerhouse who wanted to kill him, the first thing he said was, Old man, you scared me. What the F***CK? The old man was clearly stunned by Lin Xian's words. Could it be that this kid was an idiot? Do you know who I am? The old man stared at Lin Xian and said coldly. How dare you jump in front of me? You're courting death. I don't know, who are you? Why do you want to kill me? I have no enmity with you. How about this? How much money and benefits did your previous family give you? I'll give you 10 times the price. How about that? The old man. Then, Lin Xian continued, since you want to kill me, you should know about my relationship with the Art Xian group. If he can give you the money, I can give you 10 times more. You should know that it's easy, right? What do you take me for? The old man said furiously. He actually used money to humiliate him? Would an Empyrean be short of money? He was more interested in selling Gong Sun Hao a favor, which was much more valuable than money. Lin Xian scratched his head and looked at Murong Qing in confusion. Bao Bao, what do you think I should treat him as? Murong Qing. Wow. It was so disgusting that he had goosebumps. You can call me darling, but don't call me darling. Wah wah wah. So uncomfortable. I don't know. Tell me. Murong Qing said cooperatively. I think I treat him as a dog, what do you think? Well, quite similar. Murong Qing nodded slightly. Hey, old man, we all treat you as a dog, and then what? Lin Xian then looked at the old man and said, Ka ka ka. The old man clenched his fists tightly. Courting death. You are all courting death. After saying that, the old man's body burst into flames and rushed straight to Lin Xian. Lin Xian couldn't stop that power at all. He sighed in his heart, I'm a man who relies on women, it's really F***king. Comfortable. Murong Qing's figure rushed directly to Lin Xian. A powerful force, with her own physical body, directly blasted into the pillar of flame that bombarded over. The 2 forces collided, and Murong Qing extinguished the flame with a crushing posture. Empyrean realm. The old man's pupils suddenly shrank. And this power was above him. He should have thought of it earlier. He should have known that Lin Xian would be so arrogant and unbridled because he was confident in himself, and it wasn't just because of his spatial attribute. He didn't expect that the beautiful woman beside him was actually an Empyrean realm. This world made him feel very unfair. He was already so old, but he was only an Empyrean realm. How could this beautiful woman be an Empyrean realm at such a young age, and her realm was even higher than his? Run. At this time, his first reaction was to run. This was something that couldn't be helped. He had encountered an Empyrean realm. At his age, with his status, life was even more important to him. In the next instant, the old man's figure sped away into the distance. He shouldn't be from the evil fiend hall. This isn't the style of the evil fiend hall. Murong Qing said to Lin Xian. Then you should chase him back and ask him. Nonsense, this old lady knows. Murong Qing was also unhappy. Because of this B***tch, Lin Xian took advantage of her for nothing. Damn Lin Yang. In the next instant, the old man appeared in front of them again. Lin Xian. Those who didn't know would think that the space attribute had teleported him here, but Lin Xian knew that Murong Qing had the time attribute, so this should be time reversal. This was the top power of the time attribute. The difficulty of time was actually 1 level higher than space, especially this kind of time reversal. In fact, it was very simple. Just choose a range and let the time within this range go back by a certain number of seconds. The old man suddenly appeared on the spot, and his whole body shook. Time attribute. He broke out in cold sweat. Sometimes, a single attribute was enough to make the opponent despair. Time was a really shameless attribute. For example, if two people were fighting and you used time delay on the opponent, an attack that could be completed in 0.1 seconds would take 1 second. If you used time acceleration on yourself, you could attack in 1 second, so 0.1 seconds would be enough. Who could withstand this kind of battle? Whoosh, Morong-Ching then rushed over. Bang bang bang. Lin Xian was secretly speechless as he watched Morong-Ching beat up the old man with her bare hands. This girl was venting her anger. If she couldn't vent it on Lin Xian, then she would turn her anger into fighting strength. Wouldn't it be enough to beat someone up to vent her anger? The old man really had no room to fight back in front of Morong-Ching. Bang, with a loud bang, the old man was blasted to the ground, creating a big pit. Boring. His realm is 4 stars lower than mine, and his attribute is not good either. Can't take a beating. Morong-Ching landed beside Lin Xian, then clapped her hands and said unhappily. Lin Xian's mouth twitched. Sure enough, with strength, one could do whatever one wanted. Hey, get up. If you don't want to die, stand up. Otherwise, I'll kill you. Morong-Ching said fiercely. The old man slowly climbed up from the pit. To be honest, it was a bit miserable, but it was basically just some superficial wounds. Chapter 931. Morong-Ching didn't go all out. Actually, why didn't she go all out? Logically speaking, if the old man wanted to kill Lin Xian, she would naturally kill him in return. Even if she didn't kill him now, she would ask him questions or at least beat him until he couldn't take care of himself. However, during the battle, the old man didn't fight back at all. He was very sensible, so she didn't go all out. The old man crawled up and stood there, trembling. To be honest, too many people were the kind of people who bullied the weak and feared the strong. He was one of them. She was originally very stubborn, but she suddenly realized that this Morong-Ching was very powerful. She even had the time attribute. She was here to kill Lin Xian. If she didn't perform a little better, she would be killed. If it was other attributes, he could still run. However, in front of space and time, he couldn't run at all. I didn't kill him, nor did I cripple him. You decide what to do. Morong-Ching looked at Lin Xian and said, Thank you, baby. Morong-Ching. Baby, your sister's baby. Lin Xian then walked in front of the old man. Are you comfortable now? He. The old man smiled bitterly. Young Master Lin, this old man was not sensible just now. I beg you to spare my life. I still have children and a pair of cute granddaughters. I don't want to die. The old man gave in instantly. He really gave in instantly. This was because he had too many things that he couldn't bear to part with. As for why he attacked Lin Xian, it was because he was a bully. He felt that it was just a normal person's life. What did it count for? But now, he knew that even if he used all his strength, he would still be tortured by this woman. Firstly, her realm was 4 stars higher than his. In the heavenly venerable realm, the gap between 4 stars was huge. Secondly, the time attribute made him unable to do anything. Under normal circumstances, he could definitely run away if he couldn't beat a 4-star opponent. However, the time attribute made it impossible for him to run. Yo, didn't you say you were going to kill me? Lin Xian sneered. This brother relies on women. This brother has a powerful woman to rely on. What about you guys? No, young Master Lin misunderstood. Oh. Lin Xian stroked his chin and paced back and forth around him. Then tell me, what's your name? Who sent you here? You can only live if you tell me the truth. Zhang Keshan. Zhang Keshan said fearfully. Of course, he was only afraid of Morong-Ching. In his eyes, This Lin Xian was definitely not the trash he had previously thought. He was really scared. Because he was afraid of death, because he knew that the other party could easily kill him. The Empyrean realm was also very fragile under the suppression of realms and attributes. Moreover, even if he didn't die, even if he managed to escape, once this news reached the trial union, he would become a wanted criminal. Who sent you to kill me? Actually, he really didn't want to say it, but if he didn't say it, he would lose his life. Gong Sun Hao. Oh, Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Lin Xian thought that it was the evil fiend temple, but after hearing what Murong Qing said, Lin Xian felt that the possibility of it being the evil fiend temple was not high. Since it was the Gong Sun family, then it was more or less the same. So you're from the Azura Palace? The Gong Sun family couldn't take out a Empyrean realm. In Lin Xian's impression, the only place that could take out a Empyrean realm was the Azura Palace, a very powerful place. Yes. Zhang Keshan didn't dare to hide anything. He felt that he could still survive like this. If he hid something, then he might really be killed. He really regretted it, mainly because he didn't expect Lin Xian to have an Empyrean realm by his side. Sure enough, it wasn't as simple as he thought. Lin Xian sighed inwardly. It was really good to have strength. He could really do whatever he wanted. Even an Empyrean realm was submissive in front of him. I hope you didn't lie to me. Otherwise, your granddaughter's safety won't be guaranteed. Zhang Keshan trembled and quickly said, No, I didn't lie to you. Well, although you want to kill me, and I must kill anyone who wants to kill me, your attitude is good. Promise me one thing, and I'll let you live. Please say it. Go work at the Art Pavilion Group, and I'll give you a good position. Murong Qing, F***CK. This Lin Xian is really terrifying. This? Zhang Keshan hesitated and said, No, I still owe the palace master a favor. I haven't repaid it yet. How can I leave the Azura Palace behind her back? Oh, you're a righteous person. Lin Xian smiled. Alright, then you can go back. Oh, right, about the Gong Sun family, you know what to do, right? Yes, I know. I'll go now. I hope you didn't lie to me. Otherwise, you should know that it's easy for you to find me, but it's also easy for me to find you. Yes. He was truly grateful that Lin Xian had spared his life. After all, Lin Xian had come here with the intention of killing him. If it had been Lin Xian who had wanted to kill him, how could he have let him leave peacefully? Then, Zhang Keshan left. Let him go. Murong Qing felt that this wasn't Lin Xian's style of doing things. If he wanted to kill him, how could he let him go? Let him go. In fact, there are too many people like him. He and I don't have a direct grudge. If I let him go, he'll owe me a favor. Why not? That's true. Baby, accompany me to the Gong Sun family. Lin Xian hugged Murong Qing's waist. Patter. Murong Qing knocked Lin Xian's head. Get lost. If you call me that again, I'll kill you. To be honest, she was a woman who couldn't stand mushy things. Every time this baby called her, her whole body trembled. All right, let's go. Lin Xian smiled. Forget it. If I don't help you, there will be too many enemies. Your sister and the others will be in danger. Let's go. In the Azura Palace, Gong Sun Hao kept pacing, anxiously waiting for news. There were many people from the Azura Palace next to him. This was the White Tiger Hall. The White Tiger Hall was actually a huge manor in disguise. It was just that the manor was full of bungalows and there were stricter rules inside. At this time, Zhang Keshan walked in. Gong Sun Hao looked over and immediately walked over in surprise. Elder Zhang, how's the matter? Zhang Keshan put his hands behind his back and said faintly, It's solved. In fact, he was very angry in his heart. King didn't even check the background of this Lin Xian and let me die? F***CKU. Ha ha ha. This is great. This is great. Come, set up a banquet. I want to drink with Elder Zhang. Gong Sun Hao laughed in surprise. After all, they lived together. Since Zhang Keshan said so, he naturally believed it. However, he would go and confirm it later. Elder Zhang, why is there a wound on your face? Gong Sun Hao suddenly asked. Zhang Keshan coughed and said, that Lin Xian's strength is not bad. The space attribute is very troublesome. He still tricked me, but it has been solved. The body has been burned clean. Chapter 932. The two people chatted like this, and Gong Sun Hao's mood was simply too good. About half an hour later, a loud noise came from outside. What's going on? It's so noisy, don't you know I'm drinking and talking with Elder Zhang? Gong Sun Hao shouted. Put on. At this time, the door opened, and more than a dozen people ran in. Seeing this scene, Gong Sun Hao frowned. Yo, Big Boss Gong Sun is really idle, still in the mood to eat and drink? A playful voice came. Hearing this voice, Gong Sun Hao suddenly felt familiar, and then Lin Xian's figure walked in dragging a figure. Lin Xian. Gong Sun Hao looked at Lin Xian as if he had seen a ghost. Elder this. Zhang Keshan stood up, then stared at Gong Sun Hao and said, Gong Sun Hao, you are the Hall Master of White Tiger Hall. What did the Hall Master say when he left? The Azura Hall is by no means an evil sect. What the Azura Hall wants to do is to strengthen itself and not harm the citizens. What about your approach? Gong Sun Hao was stunned. What the hell is going on? You lied to me. Gong Sun Hao gritted his teeth and stared at Zhang Keshan. Humph. I almost died there. I lied to you? Then why didn't you tell me that Lin Xian has a celestial venerable powerhouse by his side? Zhang Keshan said angrily. What? Gong Sun Hao was stunned. Celestial venerable realm? A celestial venerable realm that he couldn't beat? In fact, Gong Sun Hao suspected that Lin Xian had a celestial venerable realm master, but it was only a suspicion. Bang! Lin Xian threw a half-dead man in front of Gong Sun Hao. June. Gong Sun Hao stared at the figure with wide eyes. At first, he noticed that Lin Xian dragged a person in, but he only thought it was a member of White Tiger Hall. At this time, he realized that it was his son. Gong Sun Jun was basically half dead by Lin Xian. Since the Gong Sun family was determined to kill him, then they naturally couldn't be left alive. Gong Sun Hao couldn't be left alive, and Gong Sun Jun couldn't be left alive either. My apologies. I just made a trip to your Gong Sun clan and happened to meet a cripple, so I brought him here. Lin Xian sneered. Lin Xian. Gong Sun Jun glared at Lin Xian. He trembled with rage. Zhang Keshan stood to the side and did not say anything, because he was actually the one who was in the worst situation. Murong Qing crossed her arms and leaned against the side. Behind her were dozens of members. They did not dare to step forward. Although they were members of the White Tiger Hall, they belonged to the Azura Palace. Without Elder Zhang Keshan's permission, they could not do anything. Moreover, from the looks of it, Elder Zhang Keshan and the Hall Master seemed to have become enemies. How could they make a move? I'll kill you. A terrifying power erupted from Gong Sun Hao's body. With a roar, he leaped forward. At the same time, a large blade appeared in his hand and slashed towards Lin Xian. The power of light attribute. It was not of much help in battle. 1-star domain realm? Lin Xian sneered. He had thought that the Hall Master was very powerful, but he was only 1-star domain realm. In fact, a domain realm cultivator was already very powerful, especially in this third-tier city. Domain realm cultivators were really very rare. Only in a place like Chengdu would there be domain realm cultivators everywhere, and only then would there be domain realm cultivators at such a young age. As for the 1-star domain realm, Lin Xian had fought before. Exchanging attributes, creating law, strengthening strength. Thunder surging heavens. ZZZ, purple lightning coiled around Lin Xian's body. When Lin Xian was about to be attacked, Murong Qing subconsciously wanted to block it for him. However, when she saw Lin Xian releasing a martial skill to meet it, she was stunned. Did he not know the difference between the law realm and the domain realm? However, she knew that this power was the heaven-rank martial skill, Thunder Surging Heavens. This was something she had given to Lin Xian. A heaven-rank martial skill could make up for a part of the gap between realms. Moreover, it was the highest grade purple lightning. At least, Murong Qing felt that Lin Xian's life would not be in danger. Moreover, after knowing Lin Xian for so long, Murong Qing actually did not know how strong Lin Xian was. She only knew that he usually relied on his spatial attribute to be lawless. However, she could roughly see how strong he was now. Thunder Surging Heavens could cause terrifying damage within a range of 100 meters, but at the same time, you could compress and release it. Just like Lin Xian now. Boom! The blade accompanied by the terrifying power of the domain realm slashed towards Lin Xian, but it was completely blocked by the purple lightning. What? Seeing this scene, they were actually very shocked. This martial skill was so powerful. Logically speaking, the power of the domain realm should instantly shatter the lightning and bombard Lin Xian, but it did not. Instead, Gong Sun Hao was unable to shake it in the slightest. So weak. I don't know how he became the Hall Master of White Tiger Hall like this. 1-star domain realm, he's really not as powerful as those so-called geniuses of Chengdu. Lin Xian sighed and said. In the next instant, the lightning erupted. Boom, puff. Gong Sun Hao's entire body was swallowed by the purple lightning, and then he was sent flying with a scream. Murong Qing. The F***CK? What the hell? Murong Qing's entire body froze. She did not know Lin Xian's combat strength, but now she was shocked by the scene in front of her. This Gong Sun Hao was a 1-star domain realm, and Lin Xian was a 5 stars law realm. A heaven-rank martial skill could make up for a large gap, but Gong Sun Hao's angry attack was also a martial skill. This way, it could not make up for much. But why did Lin Xian crush him instead? Since when could a law realm cultivator crush a domain realm cultivator? To be honest, Murong Qing's worldview was slightly falling apart. Even if the strength of the two people was about the same, she could still accept it. But he crushed him. How could she accept this? Gong Sun Hao's body hit the wall, and he lay there, trying to get up with difficulty, but his injuries were too heavy, and it was difficult to get up. After all, it was the power of a heaven-rank martial skill. With Lin Xian's exchange attribute, coupled with the release of the law of creation, the strength of releasing a heaven-rank martial skill was indeed very exaggerated. It was a very simple principle. Lin Xian's law of creation directly consumed 2/3 of his spiritual power. The more spiritual power he released, the more he could create. For example, in the battle in Ice City, the law of creation was continuously released, and at most, it consumed 1/3 of the spiritual power in the entire battle. But in this instant, it consumed 2/3. The former nearly doubled his combat strength every second, and the latter increased his combat strength by 5 times in an instant. That was the reason. This was the power of the law of creation. Murong Qing really felt that something was wrong. Lin Xian released a power that should not be possessed in this realm. She felt that a normal domain realm cultivator would not have the strength that Lin Xian had just released when he was a 5 stars law realm cultivator. This kid really had a lot of secrets on him. It was getting more and more interesting. Hey, is your Azura Palace like this? Lin Xian looked at Zhang Keshan and asked. Chapter 933. The corner of Zhang Keshan's mouth twitched. This was just the tip of the iceberg of the Azura Palace. To be honest, it was an incredible thing for a self-created faction to have an Empyrean realm cultivator. However, a 5-star law realm cultivator had crushed the domain realm White Tiger Hall's Hall Master Gong Sun Hao. This left Zhang Keshan with no place to reason. How could he answer Lin Xian? What's wrong with my Azura Palace? Suddenly, a voice came from behind. Lin Xian turned around. The White Tiger Hall members all widened their eyes and swallowed their saliva. However, they didn't recognize her. Lin Xian was also stunned. F***CK? Where did this girl come from? This temperament, this appearance. Without thinking, Lin Xian had already guessed something. Ding! You have triggered the mission, Successful Confession of Love to Bai Xianxian. Mission Reward. Activate the Time Attribute. Mission Time Limit. 3 months. Mission Punishment. Permanently unable to activate the Space Attribute. Lin Xian. That's right, Lin Xian had already guessed that the mission would be triggered when she saw him. This damn system really triggered it. However, who was this? Very charming, just like Morong Qing. Moreover, slightly purple pupils, so beautiful, so bewitching. This mission reward made Lin Xian's wife extremely sad. The Time Attribute. Damn, if it was activated, with time and space in hand, others would be tortured to death. Hall Master. Zhang Keshan was also very surprised to see her. Why was she here? Then, he hurriedly bowed respectfully. Lin Xian. F***CK? She was the master of the Azura Palace? She created the Azura Palace? F***CK. Is this a joke? So awesome. When the White Tiger Hall members heard Zhang Keshan's words, they were all dumbfounded. This was their Azura Palace's boss? F***CK. Too beautiful. It turned out that their boss was such a beautiful girl. She was on par with the goddess-like girl by Lin Xian's side. Bai Xianxian walked in and glanced at everyone with her beautiful eyes. Gong Sun Hao hurriedly got up from the ground. Hall Master. You must seek justice for me. Look at my son. His arm was crippled by them earlier, and now he's beaten up like this. Gong Sun Hao wept bitterly. Murong Qing walked to Lin Xian's side and whispered, "This woman's strength is not below mine." Lin Xian. Wow. What kind of monsters were they? Bai Xianxian took a step forward and slowly squatted down in front of Gong Sun Jun. Gong Sun Jun was unconscious. Then, she slowly stretched out her hand. In the eyes of others, she seemed to be trying to save Gong Sun Jun Ka. In the next instant, Lin Xian's pupils shrank slightly. This woman directly broke the unconscious Gong Sun Jun's neck. Gong Sun Hao's pupils contracted violently. After that, Bai Xianxian slowly stood up, and her beautiful eyes swept over Gong Sun Hao, who was beside her. Do you think I don't know about these things? Gong Sun Hao lowered his head and stood there trembling. Lin Xian felt very curious. How strong was this woman? Why did Zhang Keshan, who was at the Empyrean realm, seem to be afraid of her? But of course, it was more respect. Although I haven't been here these years, Lin and City has let you help develop, and you've become lawless, right? Bai Xianxian coldly said. Plop. Gong Sun Hao directly knelt there. Hall Master, spare my life. For the sake of my service for you for so many years, spare my life, spare my life. Yes, it's been 5 years. Bai Xianxian sighed slightly. Gong Sun Hao's eyes flashed with a trace of hope. Suddenly, in the next second, his pupils shrank again. He didn't know when, but a very beautiful and delicate dagger had been inserted into his back. Blood flowed from the corner of his mouth, and then he slowly lowered his head. Lin Xian. Bai Xianxian stretched out her hand, and the dagger flew into her hand. She took out a white handkerchief and slowly wiped the traces of blood on it. It was a bit strange to say that this dagger really didn't have a drop of blood on it with the naked eye. Not a trace. It was just that there was some blood near the handle of the dagger. Maybe the material was different. Clean up the corpse, and get rid of those related to the Gong Sun family. Bai Xianxian said to Zhang Keshan. Yes. Zhang Keshan hurriedly bowed. As for your mistake, I won't remember it for the time being. I hope there won't be a second time in the future. Zhang Keshan trembled all over. Yes. Then Bai Xianxian turned her head and looked at Lin Xian. I have something to tell you. Come with me. After saying that, Bai Xianxian walked outside. When she walked to his side, she said, Don't worry, I won't do anything to him. After saying that, she walked out. Obviously, this sentence was said to Murong Qing. Obviously, she also knew that Murong Qing was an expert. You know her? Murong Qing asked. I don't know her. F***ck. I can't possibly know every beautiful girl. Lin Xian said helplessly. If you don't know her, then why doesn't she have any hostility towards you? Morong Qing was puzzled. Logically speaking, even if it was indeed Gong Sun Hao who became enemies with Lin Xian first, Lin Xian didn't give her any face and even barged in. This was her Azura palace, so he didn't give her any face. On the contrary, she didn't protect her at all and directly killed Gong Sun Jun and Gong Sun Hao without delay. What else did she have to say to Lin Xian? Don't know her. Morong Qing didn't think so. How come she doesn't have any hostility? That's not necessarily the case. What if she deliberately tricked me into a small room and then conspired against me? Lin Xian said worriedly. Go, she probably doesn't dare. She can naturally sense my realm. If something happens to you, there's still me. I'll avenge you. Lin Xian rolled his eyes. Then I'll go. Go. Then Lin Xian went in the direction she left. He still had to go. He had triggered a mission and it was a very important time attribute. Moreover, she was indeed beautiful, but a little ruthless. Such a beautiful girl didn't even blink when she killed someone. However, it was very fitting for a boss who could create such a big force like the Azura Palace. Bai Xian walked into a beautiful room and took out a bottle of red wine. Knock, knock, knock. Lin Xian knocked on the door. Come in. Lin Xian pushed the door open and walked in. Bai Xian poured a glass of red wine for Lin Xian. Want to drink? Lin Xian. F***ck. A beautiful girl inexplicably called you in the middle of the night, and poured you a glass of red wine. He was a little excited. You didn't drug it, right? Lin Xian took the red wine and asked. You'll know when you taste it. Bai Xian sat on a soft chair and slowly swirled the glass of red wine in her hand. Then, she took a small sip. Gulp, gulp. Lin Xian drank the red wine in 2 mouthfuls. Bai Xian. Wasn't this Lin Xian from a rich family? Was this how he drank red wine? Oh, that's right. A rich family might drink it like this. Chapter 934. Lin Xian placed the wine glass on the table and sat down. Speaking of which, I invaded your territory. Not only did you not deal with me, you even dealt with your subordinates. What are you thinking? Bai Xian swirled the red wine glass in her hand as she glanced at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. Following which, her sexy red lips took a small sip. They are the ones in the wrong, not you. Even if it's you. So what if it's me? Lin Xian raised his eyebrows. I won't kill you. Lin Xian. Hey, little sister, did you see me somewhere and have a crush on me? Lin Xian scratched his head and asked. It was strange. He had never seen her before. Lin Xian took a look. 15 favorability? Wouldn't it be normal to have 0 favorability if one had never seen her before? Plus, he was here to cause trouble. There was nothing wrong with a negative favorability. Where did this 15 favorability come from? A favorability of 15 was really inexplicable. Moreover, it was quite high. Morong Qing was only 40. What could she do with a favorability of 40? She could even sit on Lin Xian's lap. But where did this 15 favorability come from? Bai Xian muttered and said, My name is Bai Xian. Don't call me little sister. Oh. Then, do you have a crush on me? Lin Xian continued to ask. Bai Xian stood up. Give me your hand. It's 10 yuan for a touch. Bai Xian. Then, she took out a piece of paper and 10 yuan from her pocket and slapped it on Lin Xian's hand. Come to my house tomorrow night at 7. Then, she walked out. Lin Xian. She wrote her phone number and address on the card. Lin Xian scratched his head. F***ck. What the hell? Was he that handsome? Could it be that she was his fan? She liked the songs he wrote? That's very likely, huh? Then, Lin Xian walked out. He could no longer see the girl's figure. Yo, you even gave her money? Morong Qing looked at the 10 yuan in Lin Xian's hand and couldn't help but laugh. Go go go. Lin Xian helplessly rolled his eyes. Let's go. What do you say? Lin Xian and Morong Qing walked out and said, Don't you think it's strange for me to have sex with her tomorrow night? It's quite strange. F***ck. You have to believe me. Look, she even gave me her number and address. Lin Xian gave Morong Qing a look. Isn't this your house? Only then did Lin Xian take a look. F********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************* meters apart, but they were still in the same neighborhood. Lin Xian smiled awkwardly. Murong Qing didn't believe that the girl wanted to give herself to Lin Xian. She was so beautiful and elegant. More importantly, the Azura Palace belonged to her. She was simply too amazing. But wasn't Lin Xian's luck with women a bit too strong? Let's go. Let's go back. Lin Xian returned home. Linya was sitting on the sofa, holding a laptop and fighting with a few girls in voice chat. Lin Xian leaned over and hugged her waist. Linya blushed slightly. You're back. Lin Xian nodded. What are you doing? Still playing games? Yeah, let's play together. Then, a voice came from the computer. I've heard the voice of a big idiot. The voice came from Lu Yufan. Lin Xian. NN. It was Miao Xiao Miao's voice. That's right, that's right. I heard it too. It was Ling Longyue's voice. Pfft. The girls laughed out loud. Well said, Fan Fan, Ling Ying said with a smile. Then what if Lin Xian wants to hit me? Lu Yufan asked in a low voice. You have us. Ling Ying said. That's right, that's right. Lin Xian. Lin Xian was stunned by the chatter of the group of girls. Lin Xian originally thought that Linya would only play with 2 or 3 of them. Who would have thought that, when he heard the voices, there were 5 or 6 of them? Then, he looked at the computer screen and saw familiar IDs. F*CK. The 10 of them were fighting amongst themselves. They were all playing like this now. Little fairy, get up. Let me do it. If I don't teach them a lesson, they'll be arrogant. Watch me destroy them. Jungler, right? Who's your opponent? Yo, little Fan Fan, you're really arrogant. Watch me kill all of you in the jungle. Lin Xian rolled up his sleeves and said arrogantly. Don't. The girls of Lin Ya's teammates hurriedly said. F*CK. What's the meaning of this? I'm not helping you catch anymore. I'm going to kill in the jungle. Linya was very willing to let Lin Xian take over because once Lin Xian came, the atmosphere would instantly become livelier. 5 minutes later, Lin Xian controlled Barbarian King's corpse to lie where Lu Yufan's jungle blue buff was. Then, Lu Yufan's piggy girl danced around Barbarian King's corpse. The piggy girl's dance was full of provocation. Then, Xiao Runing's ice girl was dancing beside her. Next to her was Linglong Shui's mid-laner, Lucian, who was holding 2 guns. There was a dancing animation where the guns were pointed at the ground, highlighting a smiling face. That's right, he was currently shooting at Barbarian King's corpse that Lin Xian controlled. This scene was full of mockery towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian's mouth twitched uncontrollably. I say, aren't you guys too ruthless? Is there a need for 3 packs? Lin Xian said helplessly. I'll hit you. How dare you enter my jungle? You'll die every time you enter. Lu Yufan said arrogantly. Lin Xian gritted his teeth. Just you wait. 3 minutes later, Lin Xian's Barbarian King's corpse fell at Lu Yufan's jungle red buff. F*CK. 4 packs? Are the 2 of you F*King wrong in the bottom lane? Lin Xian really wanted to cry. Wrong, I'm going to kill you. Yes. Okay. Just you wait. 2 minutes later, Lin Xian was killed by Ling Ying and Han Chuxue in the bottom lane and Ling Longshui in the middle lane. Then, he was dancing there. Lin Xian. He felt humiliated. Linya coughed dryly. How pitiful. That's right, they knew it was Lin Xian. Then, what did they do? They didn't even care about the minions. The first thing they did was to set up scouts. They didn't even set up scouts in the river lanes. They only set up scouts in Lin Xian's and Lu Yufan's jungles. When they saw Lin Xian appear, the minions closest to him would just ignore him. Then, he would suddenly realize that several people would appear from all directions and throw all sorts of skills at him. It was really pitiful. Lin Xian felt that the other party was using X-ray vision. I won't King go to the jungle anymore, okay? He died 3 times in his own jungle. Wah. I'm not playing anymore. Wah. You guys are targeting me. Lin Xian put down his mouse. Looking at the 0 to 7 record, he silently sat at the side. Some people are clearly noobs, but they're still so arrogant, Ling said. Yes. F***CK. Little Xintong, you're my teammate. Lin Xian felt like his heart was being stabbed. Wang Xintong stuck out her tongue. Chapter 935. Lin Xian didn't think too much about it. He definitely couldn't play with them. There was nothing he could do when he was being targeted. Then, he silently sat beside Linya, caressing her legs and watching her play. Wasn't this comfortable? After playing 2 more rounds, it was getting late and they all went offline. I'm going to wash up, Linya said to Lin Xian. I'll wait for you in your room, Lin Xian said with a smile. Linya. It was another comfortable night. Lin Xian really felt that he had fallen into a gentle land. Perhaps humans were just like that. Lin Xian actually had a lazy mentality as well. How long had it been since he went to the demonic beast domain? However, Lin Xian told himself that he would cultivate properly when he went to the martial arts academy. Because of this thought, he had this lazy mentality. However, Lin Xian was different from others. He was rewarded for picking up girls. This was the most exaggerated. Linya went to work. Lin Xian went to Zhang Zhihan's place to check on the progress of the medicine. Once this medicine was on the market, it would definitely be popular. It could increase the strength of a martial artist's body without any side effects. He also had to thank the Ouyang family for giving him this. The main thing was that the 3 major powers actually agreed to let Lin Xian do this. Of course, they wouldn't control others. Murong Qing probably played a big part in it too. What could Lin Xian do during the day? Nothing more than accompany girls. An Xian song, Those Flowers, had already been released. Good reviews were a must. When it was 6 in the evening, Lin Xian looked at the time and walked towards Bai Xuanxuan's place. The system was very active recently. It had been a long time since he triggered a mission. Now, 2 missions were triggered consecutively. Lin Xian was going to be busy again. Bai Xuanxuan's appearance really made Lin Xian super dumbfounded. Which of the girls he met in the past didn't trigger a mission? She could be considered as one, but where did those 15 points of favorable impression come from? It was baffling. She wanted him to go to her house at night. Who could stand it? Furthermore, since the system had triggered the mission, not only was this girl beautiful, she was definitely not a bad person. She was not like Zhao Mengyue. Although Zhao Mengyue seemed to kill decisively and seemed to be quite terrifying, in this era, how many girls who killed decisively were lacking? It was just a matter of degree. Like Han Chuxue and Ling Ying, they had also killed a lot of people. That was how times were. Grandpa, don't worry, I'll cook. In a beautiful house, Bai Xian had changed her attitude during the day. She was wearing a simple set of home clothes, and her beautiful hair was slightly scattered. She wore a pink apron and was cooking in the kitchen. Old Master Bai Haojuan couldn't stay idle. It's okay. Grandpa's body can still take it. Since our benefactor is coming, Grandpa will definitely show off his skills. Besides, you haven't eaten Grandpa's cooking for a long time. You've been cooking for the past few days. Let Grandpa make some. Bai Haojuan smiled. All right. Bai Xian nodded. Really, the Bai Xian here and the Bai Xian in the White Tiger Hall were completely different. If Lin Xian saw her current appearance, he would probably doubt his life and wonder if the person he met yesterday was her. Xian, do you think he'll come? Bai Haojuan asked. He should be. If he doesn't come, I'll go call him again. Bai Xian said faintly. Then don't. What if he's very busy? Grandpa, why are you acting like you're chasing after a girl? Bai Xian couldn't help but laugh. Girl, don't talk nonsense. Grandpa is already so old. How can I say such things? Grandpa is still young. After Grandpa's body recovers, I'll bring you to the demonic beast domain to raise your cultivation. That way, you'll be able to increase your lifespan by a lot. Bai Xian said. She only had Bai Haojuan as her family, and she was really willing to put her heart and soul on Bai Haojuan. Bai Haojuan felt very guilty. He was already so old, yet he still let his granddaughter take care of him. If it wasn't for the fact that he couldn't bear to part with Bai Xian, he really wanted to leave and not burden his granddaughter. Right now, Bai Haojuan still had one more wish, and that was to see the day when his granddaughter got married. Xian, you're not young anymore. When your mother was your age, you're already 5 years old. You should find a good family as soon as possible. Bai Haojuan said with a heavy heart. I know, Grandpa. Haven't I been looking all this time? Bai Xian said with a smile. Actually, I feel that the boy from the Wang family is not bad, but you don't like him. I already have someone I like. Then what about the boy from the Murong family? In terms of talent and strength, he's outstanding among his peers. He's also chasing after you, but you didn't agree to it, right? Bai Haojuan sighed and said, Grandpa, I know. I will find someone. Your good granddaughter will definitely find someone she likes. Bai Haojuan's old hand stroked Bai Xian's hair and said, Sigh. Grandpa doesn't have much time left. I just want to see you get married and have someone who can take good care of you. This way, Grandpa will be able to rest in peace. Grandpa, what are you talking about? Ha ha ha, all right. Let's not talk about it anymore. Grandpa will make a braised fish. After a while, Lin Xian came to the door. Then he knocked. Grandpa, I'll go open the door. Please take a seat first. Bai Xian wore pink slippers and ran to the door. The door was opened, and Lin Xian raised his head to look at Bai Xian. The hell? Which family does this good girl belong to? Simple and loose home clothes, pink slippers, and white skin. No matter how he looked at her, she didn't look like the decisive girl from yesterday. Right now, she looked like a good girl. Even her expression was the same. However, TSK. Lin Xian realized that his luck was really good. He didn't know if it was the mysterious system that brought him luck, but he met too many beautiful girls. You're here. Come in and take a seat. At this moment, Bai Xian's voice was slightly gentle. I brought some pig head meat. Bai Xian's mouth couldn't help but twitch. This Lin Xian is poisonous? It's pretty good. Bai Xian took it and closed the door. Lin Xian looked around. It was a very warm home. However, when he looked at the old man sitting on the sofa, Lin Xian could roughly guess that he was Bai Xian's grandfather. However, even if he was her grandfather, he might be the one looking for him. Lin Xian didn't recognize him. Grandpa, you guys chat. I'll go and arrange the meat first. After speaking, Bai Xian walked to the kitchen. Bai Haojuan stood up and walked towards Lin Xian. You're Lin Xian, right? You're really young. Young and promising. Bai Haojuan walked in front of Lin Xian and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. Old man, to be honest, I'm still very confused. Are you the one looking for me or is she the one looking for me? Lin Xian scratched his head and asked. That's right. super confused. However, Chapter 936. Lin Xian looked at Bai Haojuan. He could clearly sense the condition of Bai Haojuan's body. Bai Haojuan's body condition was very poor. He was already beyond cure. Lin Xian even felt that Bai Haojuan was enduring a kind of pain at every moment. Bai Haojuan was forcing himself to be fine and forcing himself to smile. In Lin Xian's opinion, Bai Haojuan probably didn't have more than 3 months to live. Bai Haojuan might still be able to walk and laugh now, but he would probably be bedridden in a month. He raised his hand and patted Lin Xian's shoulder. His hand was trembling. Lin Xian could clearly see Bai Haojuan's realm. 1-star domain realm. However, Bai Haojuan didn't have the physique of a domain realm cultivator. Lin Xian had obtained the Imperial Physician's Saint technique, so he could clearly see this. Illness? No. How could someone in the domain realm get sick? It was poison. It was a slow-acting poison that would destroy a person bit by bit. Bai Haojuan had probably been poisoned for more than 10 years. Under normal circumstances, he might die in 2 or 3 years. However, Bai Haojuan had a cultivation realm. Domain realm wasn't low. That was why he could last for so long. Shen Xian didn't tell you about this? Bai Haojuan asked. Lin Xian shook his head. No, she just told me to come here tonight. This child, why can't you tell me clearly? Sit down and drink some tea. Bai Haojuan sat down opposite Lin Xian and said, It's like this. Some time ago, you saved everyone on a plane that was attacked by demonic beasts. I was on that plane. Lin Xian. This time, Lin Xian completely understood. So that was the case. No wonder Bai Xian, such a big shot, had a good impression of him. It was because he saved her grandfather. So that was the case. There aren't many low-key youngsters like you nowadays. You did such a great deed and yet you didn't tell anyone about it. In the end, it was the big star who had to tell everyone about it because of her own reasons. Otherwise, it would be difficult for me to find you as my benefactor. Lin Xian smiled and said, Old master, you are too polite. Saving a life is better than building a 7-storied pagoda. It is within the scope of my ability. It is really nothing for me to save you. Ha ha ha, good. I'm really happy to see you today. I'm really happy that Shen Xian brought you back for dinner. Good. Bai Haojuan smiled from ear to ear. Come, you haven't had dinner yet, right? Shen Xian and I cooked this meal together. See if it suits your appetite. Bai Haojuan pulled Lin Xian to the table. They're all good. I think I'll like them all. Lin Xian smiled. Bai Xian placed the pig head meat that Lin Xian had bought on the table. Then let's eat. Hurry up and eat. Shen Xian and I have been eating alone for many years. There hasn't been a third person for a long time. Bai Haojuan sighed. Your children. Bai Haojuan smiled bitterly and shook his head. Being born in this era, it is already a blessing to have a healthy family. Xuan's parents died early and we were the only ones left. Luckily, Shen Xian is capable. It's just that she has high standards. Until now, she still hasn't found a boyfriend. Grandfather. When Bai Xian heard Bai Haojuan talking about this again, she pouted. Lin Xian. F***CK. Is this really the girl I saw yesterday? Cough cough, old master, what do you think of me? Lin Xian coughed embarrassedly and asked. What do you mean? Your grandson-in-law. Bai Xian. Ha ha ha. I don't have any objections. The key is that Shen Xian likes him. When Bai Haojuan heard Lin Xian's words, he couldn't help but laugh. Bai Xian picked up some food for Bai Haojuan and didn't say anything. However, she was muttering in her heart. According to the information, this Lin Xian was a flirtatious person. She didn't expect him to say such words under such circumstances. He was indeed a flirtatious person. Lin Xian. I will call you Little Xian. What do you think? You can call me grandson-in-law. Lin Xian smiled. Ha ha ha. Bai Haojuan couldn't help but laugh. You have such a good personality. If my granddaughter could be with you, she would be smiling frequently. Bai Haojuan then asked, Little Xian, how old are you? 22. 22. My Xian is already 26. She is indeed not young. She is older than you by 4 years. Don't you mind? Lin Xian smiled and said, What's there to dislike? Your granddaughter is so beautiful and filial. She'll definitely be a good wife if you marry her. Bai Xian, why are the two of them talking about this? Ha ha ha, good. Xian, when you are free, go out with little Xian to eat and chat. Yes. Grandfather. Bai Xian was very obedient in front of Bai Haojuan. I can only help you up to this point. However, if my granddaughter doesn't like it, I can't force her. The key is you. Lin Xian scratched his head. I know. Grandfather, eat. I will pick up some food for you. After the meal, they sat together and chatted. They talked about many things in the past. Although this was the first time they met, after chatting for so long, everyone understood a lot. What made Lin Xian even more surprised was that the Bai family used to be one of the 8 great families of Chengdu. However, for some reason, they disappeared. Lin Xian even felt that their relatives might have died at that time. This Azura palace was really built by Xian. Lin Xian really admired her. Grandfather, it is late. You should go to sleep. Bai Xian looked at Bai Haojuan with concern. That's good. Little Xian, since you live in this neighborhood, we're neighbors. You must come and accompany this old man when you're free. Bai Haojuan patted Lin Xian's shoulder and said, Okay. Of course. I still need grandfather to help me chase after your beautiful granddaughter. Lin Xian said with a smile. Ha ha ha. Okay. Xian, I will not send you off. You go and send little Xian off. Okay. Bai Xian nodded and sent Lin Xian off. When they went downstairs, they didn't say anything. What do you want? Bai Xian glanced at Lin Xian. What do you mean? Lin Xian scratched his head. Nothing. Bai Xian sent Lin Xian downstairs and said, What do you want? Alu. Lin Xian was stunned. You saved my grandfather, so it's only right that I repay you. Tell me. Bai Xian said. Lin Xian rubbed his chin. Then I want you. Bai Xian. Okay. Lin Xian. Now? Bai Xian asked. Lin Xian. F***ck. Now is fine too. Let's go. After speaking, she walked out. Lin Xian followed behind her with a dumbfounded expression. Get a room. Bai Xian took out her identification card and said to the front desk. Oh, okay. When the front desk lady saw such a beautiful woman coming out with her boyfriend to get a room, she felt that it was very strange. Chapter 937. Lin Xian stood behind her with a dumbfounded expression. F***k. This chick. Is she for real? Bai Xian booked a very good room. A night costs more than 1,000 renminbi. In a place like Lin and City, it is considered quite expensive. Lin Xian followed behind her with a dumbfounded expression. He did not say a single word. He was really dumbfounded. In the room, Bai Xian took off her white down jacket and hung it on the hanger. Inside, she wore a white turtleneck sweater, revealing her perfect figure. What the F***k? Do you want a shower first or should I? Bai Xian asked Lin Xian. You. Lin Xian replied with a dumbfounded expression. Bai Xian nodded her head and walked into the bathroom. Lin Xian sat on the bed. What the F***k? Is this chick playing with me or is she for real? Could it be that this chick is a dating expert? No, she shouldn't be. After all, she is a girl triggered by the system. She definitely isn't that kind of girl. But she agreed just like that. Shouldn't girls value their chastity? Especially for such a beautiful girl. Could it be that she didn't have her first time? If she didn't have her first time, then it is very possible. But if she didn't have her first time, then would the system trigger a mission? The mission triggered by the system seems to have a first time for all the girls. No, that's not it either. Bing Lingyue doesn't seem to have her first time. Lin Xian scratched his head. Very soon, a hua 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 sound came from the bathroom. Hearing it, one's imagination would run wild. Lin Xian was used to girls rejecting him. But this? Lin Xian was really flustered. After more than 10 minutes, Bai Xian walked out with a towel wrapped around her body and a pair of exquisite bare feet. Gulp. What the F***K? Go and shower. Bai Xian said to Lin Xian. Okay. Lin Xian walked into the fragrant bathroom numbly. Bai Xian sat on the bed and wiped her wet hair. How should he put it? She was a person who would repay the kindness of others with a gushing spring. To her, her grandfather was her everything, more important than anything else. Lin Xian had saved her grandfather, and Lin Xian had made such a request. To her, it was nothing. Perhaps her mentality was not that of an ordinary girl. Wasn't it just letting a man defile her legs for a while? Since he wanted such a reward, then let him be. After the matter was over, they would have nothing to do with each other. However, one could say that she was unhappy or unwilling. After all, it was her first time and she had never been in a relationship before. Of course, she was unwilling to lose her chastity, but she chose to compromise. If something had really happened to her grandfather, she didn't dare to imagine what she would be like now. Even if she had sex with Lin Xian, she would still be grateful to Lin Xian. Lin Xian's imagination was running wild. How could such a beautiful girl agree just like that? Would she stab him with a knife when the time came? Would he lose his life when he fell asleep? Lin Xian was secretly shocked when he recalled the scene of her killing the man yesterday. Damn it! Why didn't he dare to do it? After a while, Lin Xian walked out wrapped in a bathrobe. Bai Xian was already lying under the blanket and playing with her phone. She had dimmed the lights and only 2 faint yellow lights were lit at the bedside. Really, this was the first time that Lin Xian was standing beside a beautiful girl, and he felt extremely shy. It couldn't be said that he was shy, right? He couldn't let go and didn't know what to do. This kind of thing where there was no emotional foundation, it felt weird. Bai Xian glanced at Lin Xian and then silently moved to the side. Cough cough. Lin Xian coughed dryly, then squeezed to the side. His foot accidentally touched her leg, and both of them trembled for a moment. Lin Xian was nervous, but Bai Xian was probably feeling all sorts of emotions. I'm embarrassed. Lin Xian coughed and said. Bai Xian. She, a girl, didn't say anything and this bastard was embarrassed? Men. Men were indeed creatures with lower bodies. However, he was lucky. Bai Xian put down her phone and turned off the lights. Then, she laid down with her back facing Lin Xian and didn't say anything. Lin Xian also silently laid down and didn't dare to move. Time slowly passed and Lin Xian wanted to stretch out his hand a few times, but he didn't dare to. After about 15 minutes, Lin Xian stretched out his hand and placed it on Bai Xuan's waist. She was still wrapped in a bathrobe. He could clearly feel Bai Xuan's delicate body trembling slightly. No matter how open-minded she was, she had never experienced this kind of thing and had never been taken advantage of by a man. At this moment, it would be a lie to say that she could remain calm. It was really nothing to a girl who didn't love herself. Lin Xian really didn't dare to move. After putting his hand on her, he retracted it 2 minutes later. Time passed by slowly. About 10 minutes later, Bai Xian slowly opened her beautiful eyes in the darkness. Are you not going to move? She asked. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Forget it, I don't feel too good. Bai Xian. She frowned slightly. Lin Xian really couldn't get over it. He didn't dare to do it. He really didn't want a girl to do this to repay him. That kind of feeling was wrong. Do you think he lacks pretty girls? He didn't lack anything. He didn't lack anything. Little Yingying and little Chushue were very obedient. Why did he have to do this? It might even lower her favorability. I'll give you one more chance. Otherwise, I'll treat it as I've already repaid you. Bai Xianxian said. Forget it, forget it. Let's sleep. Lin Xian turned his back to Bai Xianxian. Bai Xianxian. It was true. When Lin Xian said that he wouldn't do it, she doubted her life. This Lin Xian wasn't a scumbag. How could a scumbag be like this? Her investigation showed that he had ambiguous relationships with many beautiful girls. But now, it didn't seem like it. And, she wasn't beautiful enough? All right. Bai Xuanxuan's lips curled up slightly. She also let out a sigh of relief. Ding. Bai Xuanxuan's favorability towards you +5. A system prompt sounded in Lin Xian's mind. Lin Xian let out a sigh of relief. If he really did it with her, the favorability would probably drop to 0 or even a negative number. After doing it with her, the two of them might have nothing to do with each other. Lin Xian felt that this step of his was right. Of course, he didn't do it on purpose. He really couldn't let go. The next morning, Lin Xian opened his eyes. He turned around and saw that Bai Xianxian was still sleeping with her back facing him. It seemed like she didn't move at all for the entire night. She didn't move at all. Wasn't it tiring to sleep like this? Bai Xianxian felt that Lin Xian moved and also opened her eyes. She turned around and looked at Lin Xian. Hey, you didn't move for the entire night. Aren't you tired? Lin Xian asked. I'm not tired. Bai Xianxian replied indifferently. Then, she sat up. But the moment she sat up, she immediately shrank back. Chapter 938. Why did it shrink back? The bathrobe slipped off. And Lin Xian saw it just now. Oh my God, I've sinned, I've sinned. Bai Xuanxuan's beautiful face was slightly dyed with a layer of red. Go and wash up. Bai Xianxian said. You go first. Lin Xian laughed. Bai Xianxian, he did it on purpose. You go. I'll lie down for a while. Bai Xianxian gritted her teeth and said. Then I'll lie down for a while too. Bai Xianxian, little Xianxian, how did you develop the Azura Palace? Lin Xian asked curiously. Bai Xianxian, in any case, Lin Xian liked to call pretty girls little. For example, little Yingying, little Chushue, Xiao Linglong, little Xinyue. It felt very smooth and affectionate. Why are you asking this? Bai Xuanxuan's back was facing Lin Xian. I'm just asking someone with experience. I feel that you're quite powerful, to be able to develop such a force by yourself. I also want to develop my own force. Bai Xianxian frowned and said, It's not that easy. I was able to develop it purely because some of the elders in the Azura Palace are my father's brothers. With them around, the starting point is higher, and many things are taken care of by them. Is it enough to just have experts? Of course not, it's very difficult. Why do you want to develop your own force? Damn. I can only be at ease with my own force. Furthermore, I want to use the money earned by the Yaxin group to develop my force. Bai Xianxian muttered to herself. This Yaxin group is very powerful. With the Yaxin group, it's not difficult for you to develop your force. It just depends on how big you can develop it. But it doesn't have much meaning. After developing it, do you still want to rule the world? At that time, you'll realize that the most important thing is for your loved ones to be safe. Bai Xianxian said. Alright, speaking of this, the old man's body isn't too good. Lin Xian said. Bai Xianxian nodded. Although they had never talked about this, anyone who saw Bai Haojuan's condition would know that his body wasn't well. Who poisoned him? Lin Xian asked. Bai Xuanxuan's delicate body suddenly trembled as she turned her head to look at Lin Xian. How do you know it's poison? She asked in confusion. Did her grandfather tell Lin Xian? There shouldn't be any. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose. Can you mention it? My cleavage is exposed. Lin Xian said awkwardly, but his eyes didn't move away. Big, big, big. Whitey, whitey. Bai Xian. She quickly tugged at it. Then Lin Xian said, I could tell. Impossible. My grandfather must have told you. No matter how powerful a person is, even a heavenly Tao realm expert, none of them were able to tell that it was poison at a glance. F***CK. Impressive. You can even find someone at the heavenly Tao realm. Lin Xian praised. You first. Lin Xian touched the tip of his nose as he lay there and looked at Bai Xian. I could tell. I know medicine. Those heavenly Tao realm experts might be at the heavenly Tao realm, but they don't know medicine. I've also found people with great medical skills. Then they aren't as good as me. Then, Lin Xian said, Grandpa probably only has 3 months left. Bai Xian frowned. Over the years, I found many experts and many divine doctors. They also know that it's poison, but they can't do anything about it. This poison should have been administered over a long period of time, right? Lin Xian asked. Grandpa really didn't tell you? Bai Xian was alarmed when she heard Lin Xian's words. He even knew about it? Can't you just ask your grandfather? I really could tell. Lin Xian. Bai Xian then said, Yes, it's one of my uncles. He's already dead. Back then, in order to seize power, he obtained this poison from somewhere and placed it in Grandpa's soup every day. Over a long period of time, it became like this. I'm guessing that you have been feeding Grandpa the heavenly lotus seeds all these years, right? Lin Xian asked. How did you know? Bai Xian revealed a look of shock. If her grandfather had not told Lin Xian about it, she would never have believed it. However, her grandfather did not know about the heavenly lotus seeds either. He did not know what it was, and Bai Xian had never told him. The heavenly lotus seeds were an extremely expensive and rare spirit herb. They were in no way inferior to the 9-colored spirit lotus that Lin Xian was searching for. All these years, her mind was not on the Azura hole. She spent most of her time traveling the world in search of the heavenly lotus seeds. As long as there was news, she would head over. But now, it was getting harder and harder to find the heavenly lotus seeds. The number of clans that had the heavenly lotus seeds was decreasing. The lotus seed can effectively neutralize the toxins in the body, but it can only neutralize a small part of the toxins. Today, the toxins have reached the heart meridian. Eating the lotus seed might have reduced the toxins. If it wasn't for the lotus seed, the old man would have passed away 5 or 6 years ago, Lin Xian said. Bai Xian knew everything that Lin Xian said. Is this really what you found out? Bai Xian asked. Yes, I said I know medicine. Then do you know what to do? Bai Xian asked excitedly. Although she felt it was unrealistic, Lin Xian had indeed shocked her. If it was 5 to 6 years ago, it might be easier. But now, it's difficult. Bai Xuanxuan's eyes dimmed. She knew it too. But 5 to 6 years ago, she didn't know what to do and could only use the heavenly lotus seeds to alleviate the poison. Those genius doctors and experts all said that there was no way. Bai Xian said with a gloomy look. Lin Xian said, It's normal. Bai Xian nodded her head slightly. Then, she sat up and said, I'm going to wash up. After speaking, she got off the bed and was about to leave in her bathrobe. But I didn't say anything, so there's nothing I can do. Lin Xian suddenly said. Bai Xian, who had her back facing Lin Xian, suddenly trembled. She turned around and looked at Lin Xian. I'm only saying that it would be easier if it was 5 to 6 years ago. But it's still difficult now. But even if it's difficult, it's not like there's no way. Lin Xian began to sigh in admiration at how awesome this imperial physician saint technique was. All these years, Bai Xian had looked for so many experts and genius doctors, but they were all unable to do it. But the imperial physician saint technique had a way. Therefore, this imperial physician saint technique far surpassed the medical techniques of this world. "Don't look at me like that. I'm scared," Lin Xian said jokingly. Bai Xian stared at Lin Xian with her beautiful eyes. But after calming down and thinking about it, how was this possible? How old was he? How could he have a way? "If you're lying to me, I'll really be angry," Bai Xian said coldly. She hated people like him the most. They obviously didn't have the ability, but they said that they could. They gave her hope and used her hope to joke with her grandfather's life. "I'm not lying to you. Take you for example. Your attribute should be fire, right? You've definitely cultivated a technique that's very harmful to yourself. Although it can increase your strength quickly and greatly increase your combat strength, every time you release your fire attribute energy, your meridians will feel like they're being burned by fire, right? As your cultivation gets stronger, the feeling will be stronger every time you release it, right?" Chapter 939. These were all Lin Xian's conjectures, because last night, Lin Xian had noticed that a meridian had suddenly appeared on by Xuan's fair arm, and even the meridian had turned fiery red. Although it was very faint, very shallow, and only for an instant, Lin Xian had noticed it, and he had also guessed that this was the case. Bai Xian looked at Lin Xian in shock. Only she knew about this matter. She was sure that even her grandfather didn't know about it. Lin Xian could actually see through it? So, what he said before might be true. "You are now in the Sky Sovereign Realm. When you reach the Absolute Void Realm, you won't be able to withstand it. When you reach the Absolute Void Realm, you definitely can't use the fire attribute. Otherwise, you will definitely die." Bai Xian also knew about this. But how did he know? Could he really see through it just like that? But she didn't care about this. What she cared about was her grandfather. "Then, when you said that you can cure my grandfather, is it true?" Bai Xian looked at Lin Xian excitedly and said, "How should I say it? I can't guarantee it, but there is a chance." "How confident are you?" 80%. Bai Xian, when she asked, she really felt that if there was a 10% chance, it would be good enough. She could give it a try. 80%. Why? Is it too low? That's right. 20% chance of failure. This 20% chance is still too high. Lin Xian said. No. Bai Xian shook her head. Ding. By Xuan's favorability towards you +10. Lin Xian secretly felt good. This is so damn exciting. If he could cure her grandfather, he would be able to get this girl. Wahahaha. Time attribute activate. There was no justice in this person's luck. What do I need to do? I need a few herbs. Tell me. Young Deep Hell Yama Spirit, Young 100 Grass Wilted Velvet, and Top Grade Sky Lotus Seed. By Xian. I can understand the Sky Lotus Seed. But aren't Deep Hell Yama Spirit and 100 Grass Wilted Velvet extremely poisonous? Fight poison with poison. Lin Xian said. By Xian, logically speaking, she didn't dare to believe it. Although there were indeed such things as fighting poison with poison in some novels, when it really happened to her, she really felt that it was too ridiculous. However, she could only believe in Lin Xian now. Lin Xian said that there was an 80% chance. It's best to get it within 7 days. Otherwise, the success rate will drop by 30%. Young Deep Nether Yama Spirit and 100 Grass Withered Velvet are relatively easy to find, but I'm afraid it'll be a little difficult to find the Supreme Grade Heavenly Lotus Seed. I don't care. It's not like you're treating me. I can't do anything if you can't find me, Lin Xian said. I understand. Bai Xian nodded. She would definitely work hard. This was the biggest expectation she had ever seen in so many years. As for you, Lin Xian looked at Bai Xian and said, "Your situation is also very simple." Bai Xian, the thing that had been bothering her for so many years seemed simple to him. Other than the fire element, you should have other elements, right? Bai Xian nodded. Time and darkness. Lin Xian. F***K. This girl is a little monstrous. Lin Xian expected that she had time, because the mission she triggered was to activate Lin Xian's time element. Generally speaking, the element activated was related to the person. For example, Ling Long Shui's space element and Bing Ling Yue's ice element. No. Lin Xian looked at her. You have two elements, darkness and time. You chose to cultivate the fire element? And you even cultivated such a technique that harms your body? Is your brain fried? Time is too difficult to cultivate. The darkness element's attack power is not strong. The fire element is my only attack attribute. Therefore, I cultivated it. I also didn't expect this technique to have such side effects. Bai Xian said. It's very simple. It can be solved. How? Just let me see through you. Bai Xian, if Lin Xian said such words before, she would be angry. But now, it was different. I'm not joking. Your situation is very simple. Find a man with the ice element to penetrate you. When penetrating you, release a little bit of the ice element to neutralize the heat in your meridians. After penetrating you a few hundred times, you should be able to recover completely. It's similar to dual cultivation. Bai Xian, this humble one is not talented, but I happen to have the ice element. Lin Xian said shyly. Bai Xian, I'm not talking nonsense. If I said such words because of you, I would have attacked you last night. Why do I have to say such words? Don't you agree? Bai Xian nodded slightly. I'm going to look for the herbs now. When the time comes, I'll leave it to you. Bai Xian said. The first thing or the second thing? Bai Xian, the first thing. She was really helpless. She wanted to beat him up, but she couldn't. But her heart was filled with uncontrollable joy. Then let's talk about the benefits. I can't help you for free. Also, when the time comes for the second thing, you can look for me. Lin Xian said with a smile. Tell me, what do you want? As long as you can cure my grandfather, as long as I have it, I'll give you anything. Okay, then I want your Azura Palace. Bai Xian nodded without hesitation. Okay. Lin Xian, damn. She nodded just like that? Without any hesitation? The Azura Palace was not just a company. It was an existence that surpassed the 8 great families in Tiandu and was close to AT2 rank power. Then I still want you. Lin Xian said. Okay. Bai Xian nodded. Lin Xian, damn. You even agreed to this? Isn't it just being a lover? Why can't it be? As long as you can cure my grandfather, I'll do anything. Lin Xian, big sister, how are we lovers? You have a girlfriend, so doesn't that make me your lover? Lin Xian, how do you know I have a girlfriend? Didn't you go to the Ling family? And the Han family? Lin Xian, she investigated him. Fine. Cough cough. Lin Xian coughed dryly. Then it settled. Okay. Bai Xian nodded. But you have to cure my grandfather. Don't worry, as long as you can take out the herbs within 7 days, it shouldn't be a big problem. But I don't dare to say anything beyond that. I know. I'll go wash up. Bai Xian then walked into the bathroom. This is really King interesting. Lin Xian stretched his back as he lay on the bed. Wouldn't it be terrible if he had another lover? But even if it was a lover, she would still be his girlfriend. The only thing Lin Xian did not have to worry about was her being jealous. Even if Lin Xian was flirting with other girls, he could tell her. This was the difference between a girlfriend and a lover. And a lover of this level. Heavens. The boss of the Azura Palace. When the time came, the Azura Palace would be his. Lin Xian did not have to think about anything else. Developing his own power? Wouldn't it be much easier to develop on the foundation of the Azura Palace? Awesome! You're tuning in to the Narrate and Escape YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.